Nuclear missile ready. Nuclear missile ready.
Almost. Almost. Hello, what's up everybody? Welcome to another day at StarCraft 2, where we are watching the young ones, the younglings, where 50-year or younger people are playing StarCraft 2 for, well, our amusement first of all, but also for them, of course, to get a little bit of experience under the belt and get things started. Alright, how are we all doing here today? Sniper's asking me if I'm casting in English. Yeah, I am. I guess there's a 1 minute delay, so you're gonna figure it out in 1 minute. I'm just gonna appear, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I guess he is." It seems so, and yeah, that's okay for you. I got a little bit. Oh, actually, it's on the other side of my headset. That's crazy. That's crazy. The headset making life difficult here for me. Oh well. There's also what's in the world. Oh well. Fixing my hair with the webcam. That's what you gotta do. That's what you gotta do. Anyway, hope you're all having a good time. We're gonna be watching Ro8 versus Wannabe Beyond. Well, I guess I'm gonna tell you all about them in the introduction screen. But up until then, we're just chilling here a little bit. We're going to Eternal Empire, as the perceptive ones may have already figured out. Should be a good one, should be a good one. There's a lot of StarCraft 2 going on today, actually. I saw Hero Marine had something going on. I saw that She's Adelphia, of course, is happening as well. But nothing really, in my opinion, as exciting, of course, as watching the newest kids on the block try and duke it out here in the game. That is, of course, StarCraft 2. In the bottom left side of the map, we have Wannabe. Well, I should not start out with his name, actually, as so I am an experienced caster. I should know these things, but it's a blue Terran player. He's from Belarus. He's a Terran and from Platoon. It's his team. He is Wannabe Beyond. What's that? What's this picture? Is that actually? I don't think that is Beyond, is it? Anyway. In the top right, we have the red Protoss player from Alpha X. He is only 12 years old, he's French, and he is Ro8. Alright. Well, that's quite a lot to send on the gas there for a moment. Yeah, well, got figured out later on though, of course, ultimately. Let me actually get this real quick. Okay, there we go. So yeah, obviously the grassroots of esports here developing. Trying to groom these players up until the point where they are able to compete up in the higher levels. And of course, let these kids really get some earlier experience. Just in like a real competitive field, right? Not just on the ladder. The ladder, of course, is also competitive, but this is a tournament, right? The tensions go higher and higher. Everything is a little bit more exciting. The adrenaline is pumping through your system as people are observing you and talking about the entirety of what's happening. Right? It's always a little bit extra. After this match, we will also be watching Ghosty versus Baby Marine. Gonna be exciting as well. Before then, of course, we're gonna be watching these guys duke it out, Ro8 and Wannabe Beyond. Do not underestimate these kids. Let's take a look at the overall APM. Well, there you go. It's not too bad, is it? Not too bad indeed. I wish I was that quick when I was that young. Let's see if they make proper use of it, though, of course. Just having a lot of APM isn't always the thing for StarCraft that will bring you the victory here. As many veterans of the StarCraft 2 scene will tell you. Oh, the Reaper actually will just barely escape the clutches of this Adept here, although there will be a second Shade sent after him, so... no, actually, nicely juked out on top of that high ground. It's gonna be safe so far. Ooh! A little bit too anxious going on the low ground. Yeah, he's dead. He's so dead. He can't get out, right? Nope. Unlucky. The Stalker coming in from the other side there. Reaper, did he see the Twilight Council? Let's take a look. He didn't really. He got pretty close. But yeah, maybe... Of course, it's hard to say, but because we do have the overall vision, of course, but maybe just running it in there in that moment would have been the appropriate choice. He's been mining with the command center, a little bit off center, a little bit for a little moment, but should be all fine. All right, adept actually. Oh, and this could be a little bit of the jitters here as well. Of course, just not paying as much attention, or maybe like tiny things that you normally do without any second thought. Suddenly, when you are a little bit more anxious, a little bit more careful with what you're doing, because you know what, the nerves are getting to you. You might miss it a little bit, take you a second longer. You might not be looking at the minimap as much as you would want to, or that you're used to in a regular, good old, normal ladder kind of session. Stuff like this can happen a lot more quickly, of course, where suddenly a adept shade does go through the supply depots. But, yeah. Hope you're all having a good time. Having a good day, I should say. Just waiting kind of for something to really develop here. I guess with the blink we're going to be seeing these stocks coming through for pretty momentarily. Third base for Arrow Fire already on the way. Wannabe Bjorn is just going for a big heavy marine ball right now with Marauders as well, I have to say, but yeah, no factory nor any Stargate support here. And behind that, gonna go straight for that third base as well. So I mean, he has a very strong ball, right? It does a lot of DPS because he didn't invest any money in getting the medevacs. But at the same time, of course, that means that his Bioforce isn't going to get healed as much. Nor is it going to be able to stim as much, right? Because every stim here is going to be quite painful as well, in a way. Nice recall there. Killing off a little bit of reinforcements and then trying to come after here. In comes the Bio. Is it going to be enough here to take down the third base? I mean, it will be quite an investment. All these Marines and the Marauders too, of course. I mean, he does take it, but that was quite a hefty cost for the Terran army too. He's going to have his third base up and rolling pretty soon, but he's still going to have to hold off against a counterattack, I would imagine, right? There's quite a lot of Stalkers, quite a lot of Zealots here. Should be able to make something happen, I would say. Take a look at the overall production again. There is the starport. So behind this he did tack up a little bit, adding on 2 extra barracks as well. So the production really isn't that big. It's just the 3 barracks right now. So Eric Fire definitely in the driver's seat position. Wants to make something happen. The bunker not yet really occupied. Occupado. Oh, stimming forwards again. He's doing alright. The Zealots were left behind. This is just the Stalkers, and I think that's actually a great, well, to the great benefit here of Wannabe. Who is able to kind of stay on the safe side because of it. Able to get one more stim out here, no? I mean, one more stim actually would put most of these units so close to death. Almost going to be able to get one shot by a single Stalker here. Alright, doing alright. Keeping himself safe, I'd say. You know what? Eric Fire not really making use of the momentary advantage, I'd say, that he would have had there. Unfortunately. Still trading out alright. Keeping himself busy. Keeping the exchange going. Oh, Sniper with the 100 bits. Thank you very much, man. What a cheer. Cheering on the younglings. The youngins. The, how do you call this? The tadpole. The tadpole pool for StarCraft 2. Templar Archives is going to get created as well here by Arog. Arog, look at that immense army of Zealots right here. I mean, yeah. I still feel like he... well, these are these things that kind of come with experience as well, right? Just realizing when you can and when you can't really make a move across the map. And maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe somebody's just face palming on the entire thing that I'm saying here. And maybe Ro8 is going to be okay after all anyway, because he still has this immense army of zealots just marching in here. He has a good amount of sentry force fields as well. Might still be able to get something done here. The zealots though, oh, immediately retreating. And this is a scary army for Wannabe. The Warp Prism, where did it go? It's still over there as well. A big recall now being forced for Ro8, and leaving behind his Immortals here, his most expensive units of this composition. Not really what you would hope for Ro8. Ro8 now also trying to get in here with the Warp Prism, but there is a missile turret. He's trying to run past it. So far doing an alright job. Warp Prism still alive. It does appear like, you know what, Wannabe dealing with this rather nicely, gunning down the Warp Prism, so no more reinforcements is going to take place here, and he's just going to go for a big attack here instead. There's Widow Mines in place, ready to take the hit brunt. Might want to have a couple of hallucinated Phoenix. I don't think he actually has the energy really to do that. Oh my dear lord, yeah. I don't think he expected 3 more Widow Mines there. Now being extra careful, seeing that these the Medevacs coming through. Warping in a couple of targets here, might be able to gun them down. Again, this might be a little bit more jitters once again. Wannabe Beyond not securing the position there for his Widow Mines as much. And, alright, you know, and he still goes for it. Does have more than enough for now to really clean this up. And also the positioning here, just overall for the Marines and the Marauders. In a beautiful spot where it's going to be very difficult for a mass zealot army to engage this. All the Warp Prisms now depowered as well. This is looking very good for Wannabe. And yeah, stimming on through, happily getting himself in the mineral line here, dealing more damage right now. He's going to ping pong back to the older position once again here that we found him in previously. I don't know if he should. Those Medevacs are getting rather low, especially this one. Just a little bit of targeting fire, and that might be the end of all those units there. Ro8, let's take a look at the overall supplies. Worker count still pretty healthy compared to Wannabe, but I mean, for a Terran to be just even 1 worker ahead here is quite the advantage, obviously, because of the muling as well. So as soon as he activates all those mules, and he has that 4th base as well, also already produced. He's making Ghosts as well. Ghost a perfect answer against, well, pretty much everything Ro8 has right now. The big clump of Zealots getting hit by Widow Mines as well. Very unfortunate for him. Now this, the Bio Ball is still here. It looks like Ro8 either forgot about it or thought it may have gone away. And now he's being heavily punished by his mistake there. Playing it a little bit safe here. Doesn't want to go for the extra fancy play by hiding these stocks a little bit further back and then blinking underneath the Medevacs there. You know what? Don't blame him one bit, actually. Maybe that is something he can incorporate later on at some other stage in his career, but right now just playing it safe. Oh, but that is looking rather dangerous. Okay, he does have the High Templar in the Warp Prism. He's trying his best, but EMP is still connecting rather nicely on most of those High Templar. And yeah, there's just not much remaining here, Protoss-wise. Once again, being forced backwards across the map now. The Bioforces, though, don't have any Medevacs here, so every stim is going to be quite painful. This 4th base is going to get taken out. So Ro8 definitely a little bit on the clock here. Wants to make something happen with his push. I mean, just then not being too many Medevacs here might be his only salvation. If he gets just a few more good storms off, he might be able to snowball this still back into his favor. But there are the Medevacs coming back now. Alright, nice targeting those down. That is quite the important pick of. If he can get 1 more here, it would be rather nice. To be careful. Oh, I think most of his High Templar got EMP'd again, though. Yeah, needs to retreat from this position. I don't know. This is not looking too good. Too swell for Ro8. Definitely in a very, very difficult position now as the army supply of Wannabe. Look at that, 130 army supply versus 98. Arog with his back up against the wall just needs to make some magic work here. Blinking forward with his Stalkers, getting a couple of the EMPs out and killing off the Liberator too. Reasonable exchange, but he needs to be so careful. All his units are so valuable now and he cannot afford to lose any of them. Alright, more High Templar in the War Prism now. Doesn't want to get EMP'd altogether. Needs to get beautiful storms. A great EMP right there on top of all of those High Templar. Now, we're walking on the ground. Needs to turn those into Archons as quickly as possible. Not happening though. He's still trying to get the storms off. The Archons would be absolutely amazing here, but oof, I mean, he still does manage to hold on just barely now. Want to be beyond. I don't know if he minded that trade whatsoever. Would have been nice, of course, if he did take down that 4th base once again. That definitely would have just been GG right then and there. But already he's still in a very, very solid position here. Taking himself a 5th base, as he's already been mining from this, well, rich Vespian Geyser for a while now. And, yeah, he has the production and the economy to just keep trading against the Protoss forces like this. Especially if Arog Fire keeps losing his High Templar and keeps losing the more expensive units here, of course. Let's take a look at the unit loss count overall. And there you can clearly see that this is slowly but surely going further and further in the advantage of Wannabe. Alright. Now this 4th base is looking like it's going to be under a lot of pressure. A little bit of misfire going on, but here we go, the final battle perhaps. This is an immense, large army here for the Terran, of course. There's still a lot of storm. Let's take a look how many ghosts are actually in here. I don't think there were pretty much any ghosts. There's the single ghost right now, but most of the High Templar are in the War Prison. Another good storm hitting before the EMP hits. Needs to be careful. There's still a couple of storming High Templar remaining. There's no more EMPs though, so this storm should be good. And again, Arog Fire holds on here by the inch of his teeth. Somehow, some way, beating back this Terran army. Once again, the Terran army trying to come through the choke point here. Up on the ramp. And being punished heavily. It's a... Sorry, I just was reading the chat here for a little bit, and it does turn out, yeah, there is a little bit of a mix-up on the thingamajig. Yeah, the word code is attached to the rest. I'll look into it soon, dude. I'll message my admin here. Thank you for mentioning, and we'll look into it. Very much appreciated. Now, Arog Fire, I mean, he's holding on, but there is more to this game than, of course, just holding on. He needs to get some damage done on the opposite side of the map as well if he wants to somehow turn this game into his favor. So far, Wannabe, he is doing an absolutely great job. He has all the upgrades that he needs. He's getting the Liberator range. That's the final one that's coming in here right now. And that means that he's already going to be pretty well prepared against that robotics facility technology here. Oh my god, I'm getting so anxious with this War Prism being on 20 HP underneath that shield. I mean, if he gets EMP'd and then maybe just a couple of Marines, like 2 of them shoot it for like 2 seconds. I mean, this is going to be 4 dead High Templar. And that could be the end of it. Alright, this time around, Wannabe has a lot of ghosts here. He's trying to come up through this choke point once again, though. The EMP is hitting absolutely everything once again. But the High Templar coming in from behind as well through the War Prison. Oh, they're all clumped up, though, after getting out of that War Prison. Is it going to be enough still, though? Yes, it is. Arog Fire once again beating back Wannabe Beyond. Oh, thanks, Sushi. Yeah, the word code is attached to the actual link. So there needs to be a space between code and the link. I'm sure you already noticed it. Alright, so that was very unfortunate that, of course, the War Prison, that High Templar, that did all get EMP'd as well. But it still was enough. The Bioforces of Wannabe were stacked up on top of each other enough. It's a little bit of a weird situation for him. Of course, he's trying to force Ro8 to push into him. I don't think he had the Liberator count really to make it work, though. And then still getting hit a couple of times with those storms from the right side. Alright, here it is. Big EMPs once again hitting on top of most of the army of the Protoss, but the entirety of the Bioforces once again trying to force themselves through a little tiny choke area here. And it looks like Wannabe is just barely, you know what, losing his positioning here, losing his footing. And most of his army now going down. Doesn't really have a good answer anymore against the forces of the Protoss here. He does have a couple of Vikings now intermixed with his army, helping out against those Colossi, but quite a couple of his worker units did go down. He does have 2 more bases here remaining in the bottom right side as well, so overall, as long as he cleans up this army, he might still be okay, but I don't know if he feels like that himself anymore at this moment in time. Very, very difficult situation. And, yeah, it looks like that's gonna be it. That's gonna be a GG. I believe. I don't know. So, yeah, just a couple of times where the Terran army didn't really manage to get the connections that it wanted to. Clumping up a little bit too much against the forces of the Protoss here. Yeah, even with the EMPs hitting like they did, unfortunately it just wasn't enough. It barely got there, but GG is called, and Ro8 Fire takes the first game of today, going up 1-0 in this best of 3 series. There we go. Okay, Sushi fixed the match arena thing, so that is absolutely lovely. Thank you, buddy. Thank you for being, you know, on top of things, helping us out, letting me focus on the game itself. Good stuff, good stuff. Alright. This is awkward. Alright. I think Miguel left the party here for a moment and then started hosting something. And then we got confused because we went in, and then he joined the party, which made things even more awkward because then we don't join automatically. Anyway, yeah, welcome to the tournament, guys. This is a tournament for players that are 15 years or younger. It's called the Younglings Alpha X. Is it still Alpha X actually, or is it just Younglings? It's actually just Younglings, I believe. The Younglings tournament. Hope you're having a good time watching the, well, the up-and-coming kids on the block for StarCraft 2. Who knows, maybe in 2 or 3 years, these players will be on the big stages around the world, trying to compete for the big prize pool against whoever is in charge right now, right? Maybe the new Serals, maybe the new Rainer, Could be, it could happen. Happened before. We've all seen it happen, so who knows, maybe. Anyway. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at one more game. Well, at least one more game. Maybe 2 more games between these 2 guys. On the top left side, we have the red French Alpha X member. He is the Protoss. He is Ro8 Fire. In the bottom right, we have the blue Terran. He's from Belarus, I believe, and he's on Team Platoon. He is the Wannabe Bjorn. Yeah, that was a little bit disappointing for him. Of course, that previous round He was doing really well in the earlier parts of the game, but then he just slowly let that advantage slip from his fingers. Taking fights where maybe he didn't really have a good chance, maybe the positioning wasn't the greatest. I'm sure that if we slow that down somewhere in a replay, take a look at it close up, we will be able to see a couple of adjustments that would have been able to change the game around for him. Maybe just trying to be a little bit more on the multi-pronged harassment kind of style. Moving backwards wherever there are too many Protoss forces. Or even just coming from two sides there, right? Setting up a flank perhaps on the left side, on the top left. Coming in from the same area and then also through the ramp. Or very much increasing your entire surface area of where you are able to shoot from. Anyway. We are seeing wannabe Bjorn being a little bit cheeky this time around. Going for that tech lab Marauder with concussive shell. Alright. Looks like he's he doesn't feel the macro game anymore after that one. And you know what, I don't blame him. That is quite the upset, of course. Getting quite far behind, ahead on your opponent, and then yeah, just a couple of things going wrong every single time. This game, StarCraft 2, as we all know, it's a very rough game. It's an unforgiving game, and just a tiny mistake later on in the game, even if you do have a clear advantage, can still cost you the game. And you know what, we are so spoiled as StarCraft 2 viewers, I feel like, because there's, you know, people have gotten so incredibly good, right, that it rarely happens anymore, where somebody gains an immense lead and then, yeah, like, they just don't manage to clean it out. They don't manage to, you know, just end it completely. Because they know exactly what to do and how not, you know, every step that will actually still give the opportunity towards the opponent. And, you know what, seeing these younger players and seeing these tiny things that can still happen is actually quite a breath of fresh air, I have to say. In a way, right? Because it still gives a different kind of perspective as well on those pro games, where pretty much nothing ever goes wrong anymore. Is this a double robo facility proxy right here? Alright, Arrowfire ramping up his own cheese here a little bit. I'm very curious to see if he's going to be aggressive or defensive with this. He already has one Immortal, maybe getting a second one is on the agenda. He's a little bit supply blocked right now though, because of that Nexus going down. A little bit unfortunate. Trying to get outside there with a probe as well. But yeah, so far, wannabe just happy that he did kill off that base, getting himself an expansion right now as well. And transitioning into a more regular opening now, getting himself... Oh, I thought he was going to go for a Raven. But going for the Cyclone and then going for the Banshee as well. So staying on the aggressive side, I suppose. Just the Cyclone is going to be the defensive tool here. Just in case there's a Stargate or some sort of shenanigans coming that way. I thought the overall the Raven also would have been a very good choice. Of course, being able to disable perhaps a War Prism, or even seeing Dark Templar or something like that, right? Something that could happen very quickly with a Protoss that is in such a position is that they just throw down one of those tech routes, where they might be able to just get themselves still in a very, very quick, dirty kind of position, where they are definitely able to still win that game. But yeah, the two Immortal drop here from the War Prism, a little bit unorthodox, not something you see every day. Nice lock on with the Cyclone once again, wants to get that War Prism to safety, doesn't want to lose it for sure. Killing off the Siege Tank is a good start, but there goes the War Prism. That means that's going to be the end for these Immortals too. Lifting up the supply depot, not going to let them escape here. A good attempt actually with the recall. Just barely in time for that second Immortal to still make an escape. Two more Immortals here on the map actually. It's quite funny. And another War Prism on the way as well. So yeah, very heavily going into the Immortals here. He has seen that there is a Banshee on the field, but he did kill off the Tech Lab of course. So he knows that Cloak will not be an option for quite a while. And especially with this observer here, just verifying that that didn't get recreated. Knows that he doesn't have to do too much at his home base in forms of stealth detecting or anti-air against shenanigans, anti-shenanigans. Here comes number 2, looking for number 3 barracks as well. Wait, is that still here? No, it's not. Alright. So yeah, arrow fire coming in again, somehow managing to avoid the Viking and the Banshee. Wannabe is gonna get right on top of the proxy to robo facilities though. Making life difficult in that sense. Is gonna depower both of these structures. That's quite a hefty investment. It's I don't really think it paid for itself just yet. Losing his tech right here. Needs to recreate the robo facility now in his own base. The Banshee at home still. The Stalker's not responding to this. There is a shield battery, but perhaps a lot of probes still here. Out of range for that shield battery, as we can see. Now the Stalker's coming in, but 3 probes still going down. The Stalker also gonna manage to escape for now. Isn't gonna get targeted down that easily. Oh, this is a pretty nice pick off too. The Viking, good micro there. Taking out the War Prism. War Prism though, in time of course. Dropping those 2 Immortals and now running away. You're like, oh. 2 crash survivors. Crash landing survivors. Alright. Twilight Council also gonna be a thing. As Wannabe Bjorn is just, you know what, doing pretty regular stuff. It looks like he's prepping for a 2-base timing attack. Perhaps, you know what, he's gonna be looking to get himself that 3rd base behind this. And just cleaning up whatever tech structure is still here. May as well. The Viking probably not gonna get too much value across the map here anyway. 3rd War Prism so far already in this map. Quite something. Now the economic advantage here for Wannabe, it's again quite significant, I have to say. He doesn't have a 3rd base yet on the way, but just being on a very solid work account here, being very near full saturation on both these bases, and then having the mules as well. Versus arrow fire, of course, as we can see, there you go, the graph, it doesn't lie. Definitely means that this push from Wannabe Bjorn is going to be quite a scary one. And Arrow Fire just wouldn't really have the forces perhaps to defend against this if Wannabe gets those siege tanks into a good position. The Immortals though, of course, are very able to kind of help out with this situation quite nicely. Okay, good force field so far. Managing to get a big group of the bio forces already. 3rd base does get denied. A siege tank as well. A little bit on the wrong track there. Getting caught out of position. The Vikings might be very useful against this War Prism again. Another War Prism going down. Alright, the siege tank in a pretty good position. The bio forcing the Immortals further away from the siege tanks here. The siege tank still wailing away at those Stalkers. The Stalkers a little bit out of position here as well. And yeah, it looks like Wannabe Bjorn might just barely have enough to break the camel's back. And Arab Fire, GG's out. And that's going to be a tied up series there off the back of that proxy tech lab with the Marauders coming out and the bunker being put down to kill off that expansion. Nicely done by Wannabe. Wannabe tying up the series, meaning we're going to go into game number 3 between these two. That's good to see. Must be a little bit of a relief there for Wannabe there, of course. Going down 2-0 in one of these things. Yeah, you know what, can be a little bit tilting. Maybe not tilting is the right word, but just clogs up your mind, right? It starts to be one of these things that's hard to let go of. And it's gonna, you know what, ghost around in your mind in later matches as well. So yeah, being able to take one game off here as well. A very good job by Wannabe. Now, game number 3 will be on Simia Luku Luku. We're going to be waiting for this one to start. Looks like both players are ready so far. So, you know what? I don't think we're going to be waiting for very much longer. And, yeah. Let's hear it. Who do you think is going to win? Will it be Arok Fire or will it be Wannabe Björn? And then how is he going to win, right? Is he going to do another time a cheesy strategy? I'm pretty sure Arok Fire is going to be a little bit more on top of his scouting this time around. Doesn't want to get caught out of position once again by those Marauders. Of course, we have to remember that the Proxied Immortals not really working out in his favor there, of course. Having his tech structures, in this case, those production facilities as well, right? They're not just tech, they're also production facilities, those robos. Being across the map there, definitely not helping out against a rush like that. But, yeah, still managing to kind of make it a game, getting it a little bit closer. It happens. It happens. Anyway, game number 3. Looking to be a good one, I would imagine. Let's see if I'm right. And on the right side of the map, we have the French Red Protoss player. He is from Alpha X. He is a rogue fire. Alright. Earthquake camera here. And on the top left, we have the blue Terran player. He is... well, he's from Belarus. He's the Terran and he's blue. I already said that. Anyway, Platoon is his team and he is Wannabe Björn. Alright. Alrighty. Let's see how much scouting this probe is gonna be doing. Looks to be just a regular scout going for the main base so far. Checking if there is in fact a barracks at that front door, of course. A proper scout doesn't want to have a repeat of game number 2, of course. Where he just gets put so far behind that it's no longer a possibility for him to hold off the 2-base timing attack. So very well done there by Wannabe Björn. It kind of felt like game number 1 would also kind of fall in the same trend, but then instead of course, the 1-base play, putting Arok Fire behind against the 2-base push, it felt like it was going to happen kind of similarly, but then for any type of later game scenario, right? I believe it was the 2-base push that just put Wannabe Björn in a very difficult situation. Oh no, wait. It was Wannabe Björn pushing across the map, taking out the 3rd base of Arok Fire, but trading a big portion of his army to do so. Not really killing off any army units of Arok Fire in the process. That's when we thought Arok Fire is just going to be marching across the map here and doing the exact same thing, but then just maybe steamrolling over the Terran player here. Luckily for Wannabe Björn, that didn't happen. And that means... well, that meant that Wannabe Björn was just in a really good position after that. Killing off the Protoss army a couple of times on his side of the map. As Arok Fire was trying to take the initiative. But then Wannabe Björn just not managing to clean it out. Not managing to really close out the series there. Maybe just that's where we see a little bit of the jitters. Maybe just a little bit of a bad call that may not have happened in a later game. We don't exactly know, of course. But yeah, we still are seeing these 2 players having a pretty good chance of both of them moving on towards the winners match here. Both showing that they are fully capable of doing so. Anyway. The Adept is going to get inside of the main base, sees absolutely everything, sees that there's Hellions in production, and even gets a cancel, well, not a cancel, but a delay, quite a delay I have to say as well, on that starport production here. Even getting a couple of Hellions low on HP, so the repair has to be forced out here. It's nice to see Wannabe doing that exact thing. Robo Facility is going to be the tech choice for Arrow Fire behind the Twilight Council. So most likely are going to be seeing, I would imagine, either War Prism or Observer, of course, coming out to support those Blink Stalkers. Now this could be a nice move here. Is Arrow Fire gonna get booped by those... oh my god, the mine! Not getting the connection. A beautiful pullback there by Arrow Fire. And managing to close the gap here continuously. Even giving Wannabe Beyond a little bit of false hope and then quickly moving backwards again. Keeping the gap closed. And he's still trying. He's coming in again. But yeah, it's just not happening for Wannabe. Unfortunately for him, has to go home without having dealt any damage with those Hellions. On the plus side, he still has the Banshee though. He's gonna get cloaked this time around. Previous time, of course, we saw when he went for the cloak that the Tech Lab got sniped by those two Immortals in the War Prism. I doubt that's gonna happen right now by those Blink Stalkers, because it's about to finish up and there's nothing really anywhere nearby his base. The Blink Stalkers and the Observer, though, we have to mention this. They're moving to the other side of the map here. There's only 2 Stalkers remaining. I'm not sure if there's any energy for a recall. Actually, okay, you just used the recall, so there is the Observer now being recalled back into that natural base. The Banshee getting maybe 6 kills in total, I would say. Oh, a little bit of misfire here. Wants to get one more. Come on, please let me be right. Please let me be right. Please let me be right. Oh, he's still gonna die, unfortunately. At the same time, we do see those Blink Stalkers. They did manage to get 2 kills, but we're seeing a couple of their bodies too. 2 Stalkers going down there. Aliens not giving up yet. Once again going in, attempting, and now you're not paying it. Ah, you're still paying attention. Alright, never mind. Going back home again. But this time I will get in. Ah, darn it, another Stalker blocking his way. It's continuously. But, yeah, at least he is being very persistent. A nice tank volley and immediate blink away by Arrow Fire. He's like, oh my dear lord. Something just exploded and it almost burnt our faces off. Now, 2 Banshees are very much more lethal than the 1 Banshee, of course. There are probes actually on the 3rd base now, so perhaps if the Banshees do manage to lure the Stalkers towards that 2nd base location, the Hellions might be able to get some work done here, but maybe perhaps he's just going to send them in at the same time, on the same base. Yeah, that's exactly what we're going to be seeing here. The Hellions, of course, unfortunately, only 2 of them. Wait. Did Arrow Fire not see the Hellions? Or, I mean, the Banshees? Okay, he definitely did. Alright, there they go. That's very rough. Those Banshees not going to be able to get anything done here. It looks like just not a good investment overall, unfortunately. With the Blink already being here and the Observers there as well, perhaps. I mean, I can get why you would still try, right? Trying to get some damage done there, but I mean, it just wasn't the opportune moment, right? He didn't really use the Hellions to really, or the Banshees to really maybe make an opening for himself. He didn't really get the fullest possibility done there with those units, unfortunately. But you know what? Maybe I'm being a little bit too hard. These guys, of course, I mean, they are much better than I am or ever have been. And they are quite young as well at the same time. So still a lot of room to grow. Which is nice to see, honestly, that they still have quite the pathway that they can take to improvement. Siege tanks. Sieging up. Ooh, actually blocking those 2 Widowmines here. So the Widowmines absolutely in the wrong position now. Not going to be helping out against those Zealots. The Zealots getting right on top of the siege tanks. That's a bit unfortunate. Oh, but actually the surprise Widowmines getting rid of a couple of the reinforcing units for Arrow Fire. Arrow Fire, though, the Stalkers coming through, trying to make sure that this group of Bioforces and the Medevacs don't get a casual retreat back home. As Wannabe Beyond maybe in a little bit of trouble here. There's a lot of Zealots, that's a lot of Immortals now. After that push went that horribly bad, he's now in a lot of trouble here. Having to pull all his SCVs, most of them are going to fall very quickly against this amount of Zealots. And with the upgrade advantage as well for... Oh no, actually it's tied up here. It's going to go into Arrow Fire's favor though, so... I mean, even if Wannabe Beyond manages to hold on here, this amount of Zealots is going to be extremely dangerous. And it looks like we're going to be seeing Arrow Fire moving on to the winners match. And Wannabe Beyond going into the, well, survival match, as I will call it right now, just to just to not make it sound like as bad as a losers match, right? The survivor match. Anyway, well played that by Arrow Fire, and Wannabe Beyond too. You know what? Here and there were a couple of tiny things, right? But that's kind of what you imagine would happen with these players of this age. Still a lot of time to get better, and you know what? Probably these kids played more StarCraft overall than me ever already. But yeah, it just shows how much the entirety, the depth of this game that is available, right? How much tiny things can change just to give you an enormous advantage in some cases, or even tiny ones, and then all those tiny advantages coming up together to really give yourself some sort of real big advantage. Anyway, guys, we have a good match coming up right now as well. We're gonna be watching a TVZ, and I hope you're ready for this one. It's going to be Ghosty versus Baby Marine. And if you're thinking Baby Marine, well, that sounds a little bit familiar. He's already a little bit of a famous person. Maybe not because of his own achievements, but because of those of his brother, of course. His brother being Rainer. And, well, I mean, let's hope that Rainer actually helped his brother out here a little bit, perhaps, in the TVZ matchup. If they ever play together, then this must feel like a walk in the park for Baby Marine. Having a training partner like that. Also, of course, it's pretty cool to see Baby Marine already being on a team like Makers as well. I know it's been a little bit in the bad news so far, but Makes us a lot of good players still. Kind of curious to see if it's just all the dark side or not. Anyway, we're gonna be seeing the videos, guys, and as we're doing the videos, let me quickly show you guys a little video of a new event that is coming up. I say new event, it's a kind of little of a different take on events that we do normally. It's called the Alpha Pro Series Christmas Showdown, and it's gonna be glorious. Here it comes. I swear, Mr. Video, you can do better than that, Mr. Video. Alright, here it comes. Wow. That's a lot of good players. That's a scary amount of good players, guys. I mean, hands off. I'm glad I'm not in that tournament. I'd make a fool out of myself. Anyway, so if you're up for a good time near Christmas and you need yourself a good batch of StarCraft 2, well then tune in to the Alpha X stream. It will be on, well, not on this Twitch channel, it will be on our Africa TV channel. Because they are a big sponsor for us as well. But yeah, definitely make sure to check it out. The matches are, you know what, with players like that, they are bound to be absolutely amazing, and some gems are gonna pop up in there. I truly believe it. It's gonna be inevitable. So very much looking forward to seeing those guys compete against one another. I believe it's like there's gonna be Sue, there's gonna be Zest, there's gonna be Special, Scarlet, Streya is gonna be there, Future's gonna be there. So you know what? For anyone who likes any of the Koreans, it's gonna be good for you. If you like any of the TY's gonna be there too as well. Or if you like Americans as well, right? If you want to cheer on the American side, that's cool too. They're gonna be there. They're gonna be competing against the Koreans, and yeah, nothing but good things to say about that one. I'm really looking forward to it. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to cast them myself. But they are in the ever so caring hands of Snoopy, another member of Alpha X, who will be casting those for us. And yeah, looking forward to that one. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I've actually got a little bit of a closed off nose here. A little bit of a booger nose. A little bit of difficulty talking sometimes, or breathing as I'm talking. But maybe that's just a good thing, right? Sometimes I just continuously keep on talking anyway. So then this actually forced me to take a pause sometimes and think about what I'm saying, actually. Can't be a bad thing. Anyway. Anyway, here we are looking in the lobby. We're going to be playing on Zen. And you know what? I'm feeling very excited about this one. I'm very curious to see what both of these players are going to be able to do. Ghosty is teamless as well, guys. I believe he's the only player here that is, in fact, teamless. So, you know what? If there are any teams watching and they're looking for new talent to maybe cultivate into real pro players, maybe pick them up early and help them get the best of their career, get the best start in their career. This is the place to see them, of course, to have that happen. And you know what? Take a good look at this one, because Ghosty is still teamless. He looks like a very, very promising Zerg player. Now, hopefully I didn't hype him up too much, because of course he is playing against the one and only Baby Marine. He's a modest guy as well, right? So I don't think he is all too confident at all the times. I didn't talk too much with him, but the times that I did, he was just being polite and being very modest about his capabilities, just saying like, yeah, you know what, I'm not that great. I still need a lot of practice. He's you know what, he reminds me a lot of his brother in a way. Anyway, introducing these guys in the top right, we have the red Zerg player coming from Germany. Being teamless, he is Ghosty. Look at that. Making his own little tag there as well, I believe. After all, he is in Team Ghosty right now. His own team. As I believe he is only 13 years old. Anyway, in the bottom left, we have the 14-year-old red blue Terran. Man, I have difficulties with colors. I've never really educated myself at that period of life where you learn colors. In the bottom left side, it's the blue Terran player. He's from Team Makers, and he is Baby Marine. Is it just me, or does that tag just remind you of TY and Hero Marine just combined in a way? I mean, think about that. If Hero Marine and TY... Wasn't it? It was TY, right? That had the tag Baby in StarCraft 1? Wasn't it? I believe it was. The title didn't change for you? What you mean, Sniper? What you talking about? You're confusing me. Maybe it's with the video being stuck. Maybe that's what's happening, or what was happening. Anyway, let's take a look at this game. It looks like we do have a little pesky SCV going to be a bother for Mr. Drone here. Oh, needs to get that hit in. Alright, so looks like the SCV should still be okay. No, actually, running away. It's getting a good block here. All this time now, as we can see, there are minerals building up. And the SCV trying his best. Oh, even trying to block him from trying to get himself in that gas geyser. Jeez Louise, man. These guys are too young to be this good. What in the world? Alright. Making a hatchery here to not allow the drone to die. Off position here. That's quick thinking, I have to say, by Ghosty. I'm not sure if that's... Is that worth it? How much do you lose? I suppose as long as the drone doesn't die, this is going to be worth it. But yeah, that's still such an incredible delay. Oh my god, that was unfortunate for Baby Marine there. If he managed to kill that drone, that would have been absolutely devastating amounts of delaying. Jeez Louise. Already, that was crazy. That was a crazy good amount of pressure coming out of Baby Marine with just the one single SCV and the one Reaper. Look at that, the Reaper already having 4 kills. It's like a Rambo with a jetpack strapped along his back. You had the CTL on. Ah! I see, I see. I don't really see, I don't understand. You have to dumb things down for me, Sniper. I'm not the brightest guy. I'm just a very hyped up guy, that's all I am. Anyway, Fusion Call! On the way, there we go. Hype, hype, hype. So yeah, Fusion Call combined with the Hellions, a very common strategy, of course, for the Terran players this time around. So most likely will be a follow-up with the mech play, which is something we see mostly against Zergs, of course, from Terran these days. Mech just seeming to be, according to most of the Terrans, a lot more superior to the good old Bio and Widowmine style. Which is, you know what, for some Terran players, maybe a little bit disappointing, because they do love to see that Widowmine Bio style. But you know what, the mech style, it does have its own charm. Just being very methodical, trying to grab places on the map. And then it might still be a little bit more of the battle mech as well, of course, as long as he goes into more heavy of the Cyclones. As long as he later on then transitions into the Thor siege tank setup, he should be a-okay. Going for a very quick third base here as well is Baby Marine. There are the 2 other factories. So yeah, I believe that only one time that I saw a battlecruiser follow up into the bio. It may have been Maru or Innovation or something like that. I don't think it worked. I don't think it worked out that time around either, even with those players doing it. But yeah, it's very rough to make work. Anyway, nice wall off here. Unfortunately, nothing really to help out to fight off against these Zerglings right now. The Hellions still also on the other side of the map, just patiently trying to deny as much creep spreading as possible. The battlecruiser is going in here. 2 drone kills already killed off, 4 going down right now. We see a Mato Cannon also on the production tab. Oh my god, that Queen would have been a nice pick of 2 HP remaining. But you know what, it's not worth killing your own battlecruiser to kill off 1 Queen. And there's more stuff going a little bit wrong here for Baby Marine. Looks like a lot of the Zerglings are getting on top of the Hellions, and more Hellions actually. What happened to all the Hellions? Most of them, looks like they all just got absolutely demolished. Trying to rebuild his base here is Baby Marine. Trying his best. A good block here. Hold positioning with the workers as the Hellions are burning a lot to crisp. The battlecruiser, it is still alive, but it's stuck over here, it seems. Doesn't want to move out of that position here. The third base did get created. Quite a couple of units lost here from Baby Marine. Look at that. 9 of the Hellions did get caught out in the map by those Zerglings. So very stellar job there by Ghosty. Who's put himself in a very good position here overall. There is a drone here. What in the world? That's not something that's supposed to be there. Yeah, the battlecruiser now coming home, ready to get repaired here. Alright, lovely, lovely stuff. Cyclones together with the upgrade as well. Gonna get rid of this Overlord here, I would imagine. There he goes. Okay. Doing a good job. Ghosty on the other side. He is getting the Spire as the counter towards the battlecruisers. What is happening here? You don't say. Well, oh, he's back. Maybe we should pause. Ask if he's okay. Okay, I guess we're fine. I guess we're continuing on. A little bit of a lag spike there. Maybe Rainer in the house starting up a big torrent there. Or something else. Who knows? I mean, he is of that age now, isn't he? Younger brother, though, not just yet. 14 years old. The Italian. Can he make something happen here still after losing a lot of his initial Hellions? I mean, he only lost... Oh, my dear lord. Please don't lose them again. Oh, it looks like a beautiful surround happening here in the middle of the map. Most of the battle map getting caught out of position here. And now on the run, the battlecruisers coming in, teleporting, trying their best to get here in time to maybe save a couple of those units, but they're all gonna go down the drain, unfortunately. Now the Mutalisk here with a open field of SCVs ready to pounce, ready to take on the Terran economy. As Baby Marine just scrambling, trying to get back into a position where he might be able to take this game. We are seeing Ghosty just making more Banelings, getting more units here. Getting a lot of roaches as well. He might be looking to try and finish off this game rather quickly. Okay, he is getting another base though. He's getting a very big army as well. Killing off the missile turret just before it finishes off. The Cyclones trying their best to kill off as many of these Mutalisks as possible, but it's getting rather dangerous. One missile turret here as well. Should get a good repair of. Oh my god, the armory. Quick thinking though on the part of Baby Marine getting the repair. The repair is gonna be enough. And most of the Mutalisks actually a little bit overcommitting here. And all going down. Ghosty maybe providing Baby Marine with a little bit of an opportunity. But he's replacing most of that supply right now immediately with the Corruptors. Even better counter against those the battlecruisers. Maybe just a counter to battlecruisers instead of a better counter, because Mutalisks don't do that great against battlecruisers overall. Unfortunately for them. Single Mud. Gonna try to just be annoying, you know what? Yeah, and he's gonna succeed. Gonna have to be taken care of by Baby Marine at some point. Probably not gonna lose anything, but still something that's gonna require his attention slightly here. And look at that, there's all the battle mech now moving across and getting out of position as the army of Ghosty is taking advantage of this situation, just going in. And this command center is most likely gonna go down with this amount of Corruptors here ready to pounce on top of it. Corrosive Biles also landing. Are we going to see SCVs? Okay, that's a lot of SCVs coming in, trying to get the repair. He's doing pretty good, actually. It's still alive here. Battle Cruisers as well. 3 of them this time around going into the mineral line. Going to be able to get quite a nice couple of kills. The Queen's not being pulled away here. And, alright, let's see if Baby Marine holds on in his main base, though. That's the big question right now. A lot of his SCVs dying. But he does hold the battlecruisers themselves. Did he lose any of them? He lost 1 battlecruiser right now. The other 2 do manage to get an escape. But still, 45 works versus 74. And that is a scary amount of bases for Ghosty coming through here. Having this one in the bottom right side as well now. Completely available and already mining quite a bit, in fact. I think this Cyclone is broken, guys. What's happening with this one? Look at that. He snapped his neck somehow. He's gonna have to... yeah, I don't know what's happening with that one. It's a weird bug. Anyway. Probably will get itself fixed as soon as he starts shooting. There he goes. Oh my god, that is a nasty position for that battle mech to end up in. Biles going down on top of them as well, and it looks like another wave of Zerg is coming in. The Corruptors are here now as well. Needs to have these battle cruisers right on top of a lot of SCVs, but the Banelings might be able to clean those up. Needs to target down the Banelings with the siege tanks. Okay, the Banelings are gone, so as long as he repairs these battle cruisers, maybe, perhaps something could happen, but he didn't get on top of them in time. And that's going to be it here, I would imagine. So, nothing left for Baby Marine. GG is called. Alright. Alright. That means that 1 point goes into Ghosty his favor. The, oh, I didn't do this button. I'm sorry. There we go. So GG is called, and we're going to be looking at the second game, which will be Eternal Empire. A lot of people are loving Eternal Empire. I'm not complaining. It's a pretty okay map. I'm just wondering why people are just so excited about it. It just, maybe it's just one of those pro gamer maps where it's like, you know what, it's not really in favor of anyone or anything in particular. It has pretty good choke points, but they're not too choky in a way, right? And there's good alternatives that you can rotate to. So yeah. In a way, it really feels like one of those run-of-the-mill maps as well, but definitely a good one, I have to say. But I'm not sure if it stands out to me against the other ones, personally, anyway. If somebody does know the answer to that question, please do let me know. Game number 2. Can Baby Marine make the dream work this time? I mean, he did lose quite a lot of those Hellions early on at the start. Not being able to do too much with his initial battle cruiser either. That first Reaper though, oh my god, the control on that one. Jeez Louise. If he managed to kill off that drone as well, that would have been absolutely amazing. Alright, anyway, in the top right we have the German Blue Zerg player. He is quite young. I believe he is 13. Could be wrong about that one. But, yeah, he is teamless right now, guys. But playing like an absolute beast, he is Ghosty. In the bottom left side, we have the red Terran. On Team Makers, he is, well, he's a little bit famous. He's the Italian. He is Baby Marine. This is personally, for me, the first time seeing Baby Marine in a competitive setting. If he's already on Team Makers, though, I would imagine that they've already made him get, well, made him go into a couple of competitive settings already. Maybe not ones that have been streamed as much or stuff like that. I don't know for sure, but yeah, it's not the greatest tournament that we are running either, right? It's not like an enormous tournament with hundreds and upon thousands of dollars on the prize pool here and on the line. It's just a little bit of money, just a tiny amount. Nice way to get your initial start in the esports world, kind of as a young kid. Alright, here he is, Baby Marine, going for that quick command center again, sending out his SCV as well. This time around, there's already a couple of Zerglings on the way, actually. Looks like he did go for a pull before the hatchery here. And, well, yeah, the SCV is coming across. He's not going to be able to scout this. He's going to see the timing on that hatchery here. That might give him a little bit of an indicator. He might be in a little bit of trouble here. Needs to keep the Reaper at home. That's step 1. And that's exactly what he does. So that's a good start already for Baby Marine. The SCV now also marching across towards that third base location. Gonna be able to still get that delayed by a little bit here. As the Reaper is trying to get himself, well, in a fighting position against this amount of Zerglings. It looks like they're doing alright actually. And absolutely nothing got lost, so beautifully micro there by Baby Marine. Actually, one Marine going down. Fortunately, that wasn't a Baby Marine apparently. He wasn't just cut from the right cloth, that's the problem. Yeah, really trying to get that third base delayed here, even more so. But you know what, I'd say that's a good start for Baby Marine. That's not too bad. Let's take a look at when he will in fact start making a third base himself. So far, just adding on the 111, going for the Hellions on the reactor again once more. Just standard stuff so far. Anything else? Tech Lab on the way. Is that Tech Lab for the Banshee play here? Well, it could be actually. Oh, Reaper in a little bit of trouble now. Ooh, needs to get out of there. Oh, just barely. With just an inch of life remaining. No, it's not going to be for a Banshee. It's actually going to be Liberators here. Coming out first for Baby Marine. And the Stim Pack also quickly gonna be created. It's Baby Marine now also has those Hellions joining in. Ghosty though, I think more than enough Queens really to help out against anything bad coming his way. The Creep Tomb is surviving with just a smidge of life as well. Seems to be the overall theme of this match so far. Zerglings taking the opportunity, seeing that the Hellions are on the other side of the map, going across and trying to make something happen there. There's a nice denial on that creep. In come the Zerglings though. The Hellions aren't in a good position. Oh, actually, is this Waddle? Oh my god, he lets them in though. It's a bit unfortunate. And now the Hellions are stuck up against the minerals as well. A little bit of miscontrol there by Baby Marine. And getting punished quite severely now. Oh, okay, only losing 3 works, but I mean the command center getting delayed as well. Losing the Hellions too, and yeah, that's obviously not a great start. Liberator is gonna try to gain some value backwards here though. The Queens are in a great position to fight against it though, of course. As he already made Spore Crawlers everywhere else as well. Hellions realizing that the Queens are maybe a little bit out of position, trying to get in there, seeing the amount of links that are available though. And deciding to give up on that opportunity. Not going to be able to get too much work done there. Still a little bit of missed mining time though, of course. Still better than nothing. And might still be able to clean up a couple of those creep tumors. Right, Liberator finally does go down. Second one already here though. Sunlily is here. Welcome. Yeah, you don't want to be here, Mr. Liberator. That's the wrong place at the wrong time. Yeah. Very unfortunate. It's going to go down. Also, again, once more, the Hellions being caught out by these Zerglings here in the middle of the map. And as we are, you know what, maybe I should watch this and then we'll go into that screen. Alright, yeah, there we go. So yeah, definitely things not looking too great for Baby Marine right now. +1/+1 is on the way. Only just now getting the 2 Evo Chambers from Ghosty. Instead of that, he's just been adding more and more Queens to his composition. The Queen's a great choice, of course. Previous time we saw Baby Marine going for the Battle Cruisers. The Queen's a great option against the Battle Cruisers. Also, great choice against those Hellions, of course. As we are seeing Baby Marine this time going for the bio with the Widow Mines instead of the Battle Mech style. I have to say the Battle Mech style, maybe not my favorite style either to play or to see really. I always feel like it just misses a little bit of a punch. And it's incredibly difficult to make it work, right? Only a couple of Terran players that I've ever seen playing that style I've seen able to pull it off. Oh my god, a run by here with the Lynx coming in into that natural base. Yeah, it's got to be quite annoying. Alright, a good lift up though with these supply depots there. Fourth base for Ghosty immediately being picked off though, not getting cancelled here, so that's a good pick off for Baby Marine, but Ghosty as well being on the prowl with those Lynx continuously. Actually, only 9 works in total so far for Baby Marine going down, so definitely still in a pretty good solid spot here. Now that he has his Zerg opponents on the 3 base economy as well. Just as he is himself too. He has his armory up and running too, so if he can start his +2/+2 very quickly here as well. Perhaps gain a little bit of an advantage there, even further than he has right now in the upgrade advantage. Let's take a look at how long he does have the money for it to get it started. Well, these, oh, there they are. Actually, I was looking at the wrong person, his minerals. Alright, so yeah, Baby Marine is getting this started quite quickly. The +3/+3 might be the bigger opportunity though, of course, as it is usually full Terran. That means you gotta have that +2/+2 upgraded as well as quickly as possible. Alright, a good opportunity here perhaps for Ghosty to just absolutely annihilate everything here. Oh my god, the Widow Mines! Not connecting onto the Banelings, unfortunately. A little bit of retargeting that would have gone a long way, killing off those Banelings, but unfortunately a lot of those Widow Mines hitting the Marines as well. And yeah, that is quite a big loss there for Baby Marine. This Baby Marine also sees that there is a 5th base on the way. Oh no, actually 4th base, never mind. There were so many Zerglings here, I thought that it was a base. My bad, my bad. Alright, Ghosty is +2/+2. Quite delayed here, actually. He is adding in the Hydralisk, so you know what? It might not be as advantageous anymore for him to start the +2 melee attack. We're gonna have to wait and see what his plan is after he has a infestation pit as well, of course. Some sort of hive tech. Wouldn't be too bad to start working towards already here after having swiped the floor with the Terran army quite nicely a couple of times, quite decisively, killing off the Terran forces here a couple of times now. And that's what he's doing again one more time. Drilling claws are on the way, but not yet available. I guess it didn't really matter here in this situation anyway, because there was the Overseer. But you know what, Baby Marine is securing himself a little bit of foothold before there is any more creep spread coming this way. Needs to be careful though, those are still a couple of Banelings, targeting them down nicely so far. Yeah, killing off most of them. Now stepping forward, +2/+2 is just barely inches away from finishing here. Needs to get out before he loses another medevac though. Oh my dear lord, alright, this is gonna be a good Widow Mine hit. No, never mind, it gets killed. Never mind. Alright, yeah, +2/+2 was just about to finish up. It's done now, right? So maybe just trying to hold off that engagement for just a little while. May have put himself in a better position there, but again, right, these the younger kids, they still a couple of things, and that is a mistake that you do see. Even the professional, well, I say professionals, these kids are pretty close to being professional, but just the veterans, right, make a lot as well. This has got to be hard, though. He doesn't really expect the base to be here, as we can see the way these medevacs have been waypointed. But it is completely open, so he can just take the opportunity and start killing off a base here. It's a really good pick-off, actually. Not in a position is Ghosty anywhere really to deal with this. And now more Widow Mines on the prowl as well here. 15 drones going down in total so far. Another Widow Mine can burrow here, get quite a couple. Oh no, getting killed off unfortunately there. But yeah, Baby Marine striking back with a vengeance there, killing off quite a bit of the economy of Ghosty here. 15 works, as we can see. 66 works now versus 80. Oh, this is very unfortunate though. That's not something that should happen in those situations, of course. After taking such a lead. Losing a single medevac there. Making the supply a little bit closer once again. Giving up a little bit of that advantage that he started to build up there. Now +3 is on the way here, at least for the weapon upgrades. +2 only just now started here. Ghosty does have his hive tech up, so he is getting adrenal glands, which it's gonna put those the links on crack, as we all know, the crack links. But it's still quite dangerous, of course, having that +2 versus +1, and which is going to be +3 as well against the +2 very quickly as well. Widowmine's killing off more workers here. The bio coming in, not really being pre-split here just yet, but you know what, maybe just trying to get the links. Oh my god, needs to retarget fire those. We're not seeing a lot of splitting, but oh, amazing Widowmine hits, killing off most of the banelings there. All the medevacs too did die because of it though, so Baby Marine doesn't want to stick around there anymore without any way of retreat if he needs to do so. Overall supply very much in favor for Baby Marine, but a lot of that is in the work account now, of course, so as long as Baby Marine manages to deny Ghosty from getting more bases, I feel like he should be in a really good position here, but overall it's gonna be difficult still. Very difficult for Baby Marine against this big army. And Ultralisk are on the way as well. Let's take a look. That could very well turn out into the favor for Ghosty. Luckily for Baby Marine, he has been adding those Liberators. There they are. They are coming through. A big run-by of Zerglings is going to enter the main base, or the natural, at least the third base too. There is a Widow Mine, but it doesn't look like it will go off. And that is going to cost a lot of SCVs their lives here, unfortunately. Not in a good position to really defend against this. 21 SCVs immediately being picked off now. And the death count still rising here as well. 28. Oh my dear lord, is it ever going to end? 37 workers. Can it ever stop? Please. Ghosty, that's enough. That's a really big punishment, actually. Just a handful of links. Being able to kill off near half the worker count there of Baby Marine. 38. Well, I guess he still has 50. Well, he still has 60 now. So that's pretty reasonable, right? Especially because he does have quite a couple of orbitals. It's not the worst, but definitely wants to reproduce a couple of them now. I guess he only has 3 orbitals, actually. That's not too many. Yeah, Ghosty, definitely a move like that, putting himself into a wonderful position, killing off 11 more workers here, actually. Luckily, we were looking at the other base there, that just barely had vision as well for the other one. So a nice baneling run by there, as there is a Widowmine denying this base. Yeah, Baby Marine once again on the back foot now. He had quite a supply advantage, but it just barely got kicked out from under him, the stool. Alright, setting up shop now. Oh no, the Ultralisk are already right through most of the Liberator zones though. But they're moving backwards. The Hydralisk did take care of most of them. That's still a very big clump of Bioforces. If we look at the army supply, it is looking quite heavily in favor of Baby Marine, especially with this much still on the production tab. Maybe overstimming here a little bit though. Making that Bioforce quite low. There's only, well, not that much energy remaining. Resetting up those Liberators now. Oh, another run by of Lynx coming through, killing off the command center here. It's going to put Baby Marine on the clock. He wants to make something happen here. Can this army actually get some magic to work out in Baby Marine's favor? Widowmine getting a reasonable connection. Needs to split up this army though. As he can split up this army, he might be able to get something to work here. But it's not happening, unfortunately. More links coming on through still. Just piling on top of the damage here. Baby Marine in absolute disarray now. Luckily having the planetary secured this time around. He's burrowed the Zerglings. I'm not sure if that's the right call. Healthy hit, it definitely is, but here the planetary force is not going to matter too much. More links coming through once again. I'm not sure if that's maybe a little bit too ambitious right now. Yeah, Ghosty, oh my dear lord, he is looking very scary here, making all the right moves, getting links in his opponent's base at the right time. And you know what, his playstyle is reminding me a little bit of Raynor here in a way, with those link run-bys continuously Just being at the most inopportune moments for Baby Marine. As Baby Marine is just trying to stutter step back away from the Ultralisks and the Banelings. This is gonna drive me crazy a little bit here. More Banelings trying to come in. Another base being constructed here, which is very close to the opponent, and Ghosty immediately jumping on the opportunity to get to the cancel here. And yeah, this is a very rough situation now for Baby Marine. He was doing so well earlier on, but the Ling run-by is just cleaning up too much of his economy over and over again. Just a couple of things going wrong for him as well. For example, he could have flown over this guy orbital over here. His worker count 58 right now versus 66, which isn't the biggest of deal, but yeah, Ghosty, let's see. I think Ghosty just has more bases, doesn't he? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that are still mining. 1, 2, 3 basically for Baby Marine. That's the big problem here. Yeah, as we can see, almost a 2k income advantage there for a while for Ghosty during the run-by time period. And yeah, in comes more Banelings, getting close, very close to those SCVs. Alright, the Planetary Fortress keeping them safe for now. But as we can see, the army of Baby Marine rotating to deal with this. More links coming in to kill off even more stuff in the main base, in the expansion. The natural. And yeah, I mean, Ghosty having played an absolutely amazing game. Let's see, maybe here Baby Marine can get a little bit more worked on this side before he has to get out of here. Yeah, but yeah, Ghosty can just sacrifice this base, move backwards, wait for more Banelings before he engages this. He's playing this very smartly. He's on top of the production of Baby Marine. Baby Marine trying desperately to still make this a game, but the army supply looking ever so more scary for him right now. Still circlings here as well. I've been looking at them a couple of times now, trying to see when they unburrow, but it's just not been happening. Ghosty maybe forgetting about them. He's doing quite a lot of stuff here anyway, so... Yeah, that's just gonna be it, isn't it? How do you come back from this one as Baby Marine? I just don't see it happening anymore. Even if he does get across the map here with his army, somehow managing to force a fight there, you know what? I feel like Ghosty can just run his army in over and over again now. This is it, yeah. I appreciate the tenacity of Baby Marine here, wanting to stay in here. Not giving up as he still has an army of 80 supply, but this is looking ever so dire now for him. He doesn't even have a planetary fortress here, so as soon as he leaves this base, I just feel like he's gonna get absolutely demolished, and the final bit of economy that he has is gonna get picked out, snuffed out from under him. Only 4 mineral fields remaining here. Now finally unburrowing those links. Absolutely great amount of damage being dealt here by Ghosty. The Bioforces on their last bit of health, stinned out to the maximum degree that is possible here for Baby Marine, but that means that a single swipe from those Ultralisks, just a single Baneling connecting, that's gonna be absolutely deadly for our Red Terran as he's losing his final forces right here. Still trying to hang in here. Maybe he's just trying to tire out his opponent at this time. It could be. It could be his strategy. Maybe his opponent will disconnect at some point. But yeah, Ghosty will be the victor here. I would like to make it an exciting game from here, guys, but there's just no way in hell that this is going to work out anymore for Baby Marine, unfortunately. And you know what? I would love to be proven wrong. I would absolutely love it. But then, you know what? Me just saying that there's no way anymore Would just make it even more epic, right? If he does find some way to make this happen. But, oof, losing a medevac there as well. Having to scan for these burrowed links continuously too, when he's already hurting so much for cash. Yeah, this is just an impossible scenario. I think we have the new fantasy, guys. I think it happened. I think we have the new fantasy, the Baby Marine GG timing. I think, you know what, we didn't find a new Serral, we didn't find a new Rainer here, but we definitely found a new fantasy. No offense, Baby Marine, but you know what? He fought amazingly, guys. He really did a great job. But this isn't really gonna go anywhere anymore. Shake the cake. I don't get it either. It's not his last final tournament life either. Yeah, he's still making some plays, right? Still killing off bases here and there. That's really admirable, actually. Being able to, like, with the tiny amount of forces that he has, still being able to get some work done. I mean, the base setup here is really nice for him, right? It's very difficult for Ultralisks really to get in here. But I mean, if Ghosty had made a couple of Broodlords and just started wailing away from a distance on this force, he would have already won a while ago. Instead, he's going to do this other thing where he's just going to stay on the same tech tree for a bit longer. And you know what, he can get away with it because he has so much money, he can be ineffective. And there it is. GG is called. Oh. Shoot, guys. I had it on the wrong guy. Ghosty was on 1 point. So that means that... right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Alright, so... I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. My bad. My bad. I don't know if I confused anyone there for a while, but... yeah, that means Ghosty is going to be victorious 2-0 right here. A valiant fight by our red Italian Terran. Unfortunately, he's going to be dropping down into the survival match. And we're going to be looking at the winner match right now. Ghosty versus Arok Fire, a ZVP. A ZVP. We already saw Arok Fire being quite strong in the TVP matchup. Will he be able to make the same stuff happen in a PvC? It was over 6 minutes ago, yeah. Yeah, you know what? It was. But you know what? I mean, these guys, this is some of their first games, right, on a live stage. And, you know, I get why they wouldn't want to leave immediately, right? You don't exactly know the conditions that your opponent is in either. We sometimes take it for granted how much knowledge these, like, complete veterans of StarCraft 2 professional scene actually have, right? It feels like they also have the same overview that we have, but these players, they only see whatever they see, right? They don't really know how many minerals are exactly left in those patches. They don't really know how much mining is still going on for their opponents. They don't know how many bases they have or what the supply is looking like, right? They just don't know. And also, like, it is still a little bit of extra experience for Baby Marine in a way. So losing matches like that, taking your time with the loss, digesting it, I mean, we can't get too upset about that, can we? It's a good thing to learn how to lose in a way, you know, on a setting where people are looking at you, and just kind of get used to stuff like that, you know. It's why these types of things are important. And hats off to Baby Marine for hanging on for as long as he did in that horrible position that he was in for such a long period of time. But yeah, Ghosty, very well played. Man, those link run-bys were absolutely insanity. And very, very brutal. Incredibly well timed and continuously just managing to get in there. I thought those upgrade advantages for Baby Marine were going to be a little bit more of a big deal, but you know what? Those Ling run-bys, I guess they don't really need to plus 3 upgrade as much. They just need to have the adrenal glands, and they will kill SCVs as a knife going through butter. So, yeah, very well played there by him. Anyway, we're going to be seeing him play very soon again versus Ro8 Fire as we are waiting for them to do the vetoes. I'm going to show you guys a little video of an event that is coming up. It's going to be a great event. It's going to be the biggest event, I believe, that we've ever held for Alpha X. It's not going to be on this Twitch channel. It will be on Afrika TV. But definitely mark your calendars and keep an eye out on our Twitter, because it's going to be absolutely grandiose. It's going to be amazing, and, well, that's all I'm going to say about it. Just have a look at this video. It's it is quite spectacular. All right. See you in a bit. I mean, as far as StarCraft 2 goes, that is going to be pretty darn solid. For an online cup, you're not going to get much better than that, I promise you. I really do. I mean, those are some big names entering the competition right there, and definitely going to be worth checking out at a great time as well during the Christmas season, right, when a lot of people are off of work. So if you want to have something to do, maybe, you know what, entertain yourself as you're trying to get away from the family times here and there, go check out the StarCraft 2 stream for the Alpha X Christmas event. It's going to be grandiose. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be miraculous. A Christmas miracle. It's going to be a Christmas miracle. That's high promises. But you know what? I'm not going to have to deliver, right? So I don't mind as much. Anyway, it's going to be fantastic. That's all I can say about it. I'm looking forward to it. Maybe I'm overhyping it a little bit, but overall, I'm very excited about it, that we are going to be able to do tournaments of that size, and you know what? That's just a great feeling for everyone here. And it's all thanks to the people watching us, you know, helping us out continuously. Very much appreciated. Thank you so much. You can also help out us, well, this tournament right here, right? The young ones, the younglings. If you go to the Matcherino page, I believe the Nightbot just messaged it a while ago. Otherwise, you can use the ! Matcherino command, and you will be able to go to the website, fill in the code, and add a little bit of extra money for free. For absolutely nothing. Just takes a couple of seconds as we're still waiting for this game to start, guys. You have more than enough time. Don't need to make an account. You can just use whatever you have logged in on the browser already as an account, and that will give you everything you need. Anyway, help us get these players somewhere where they will be able to continue moving on in the earlier parts of their career in StarCraft 2 by helping out with the prize pool and stuff like that. Anyway, alright, so here we go. Here we go. In the bottom right side, we have the blue Protoss. He is from France, and he is on Team Alpha X, so a little bit of home pride here. He is Ro8. Oh, that's not the right key. Thank you very much, Mr. Keyboard. He is Ro8 Fire. In the top left, we have a red Zerg. He is from Germany. He is teamless right now, but he's playing rather well. He is Ghosty. Very scary opponent so far, as we've seen. His Ling run by is extremely on point, exactly arriving at the right time. Maybe for the wrong time for his opponent. But for him, they are very, very deadly and very helpful. Is he going to be doing the same thing here against Fire, a Protoss opponent? He's also making 6 links at the start. Actually, he's making 10 links here at the start. Did he go again for... Yeah, he definitely went for the spawning pool before hatchery here. I'm so used to just seeing the hatchery first that every time when this happens, I'm just like, wait, what happened here? Why are there links on the map? And then I realize, right, some people, they actually do go spawning pool before a hatchery. That's a thing people do sometimes. And, well, here we can see the, what happens when that happens. A lot of links are coming out. The Zealot now being forced to kind of be microed back and forth here. Trying to not get, well, distracted too much. That gateway under a lot of pressure. I like that there's 2 links just continuously moving back and forth here. Ooh, almost getting in there. But yeah, that Zealot, of course, obviously very much pressured into trying to get himself in a position where he can save that gateway. Alright, switching around those 2 Zealots. So having the full HP at the front now. Well done by Fire so far. Needs to keep these links away from the gateway. Doesn't want to lose that, of course, up until the Adepts are coming out. 2 Adepts are going to be more than enough, though. So Ghosty, I mean, he made quite a couple of links. As we can see, only 15 workers here. And he does still have, well, 11 links, so went for up to 12 links minimum. Did he lose only 1? He only lost 1, so that's pretty good. Still has the opportunity to maybe make something happen here, right? Shouldn't lose anything to these 2 Adepts, that's for sure. That's one dodge. Oh my god, how did this happen? Fire misfiring the Adept Shade there, not paying the fullest of attention, realizing his mistake here. Losing those 2 Adepts to the the 11 links. Only killing off 2 links here as well with 2 Adepts. That's very painful to have happen. But wonderful response here by Ghost. He just staying hidden behind those bushes. And you know what? I don't know if that was predicted or if he knew that was going to happen. But hats off to him. He still was aware that as soon as he saw those ghosts, he moved with them and jumped on the opportunity to take advantage of that situation. So very well played there again by Ghosty. He's on absolute fire here today. Oracles will be the tech choice for Fire. Unfortunately for him, it is immediately scouted as well by the flying by Overlord. Sometimes it amazes me that they manage to stay afloat when they go this slow. Like, it doesn't seem like they have a lot of muscle power to move anywhere. So how they keep themselves afloat must be a lot to do with the gas inside them. Which kind of means like they are kind of the banelings of the sky, but then instead of blowing up into something else, it's just it just probably smells real bad when they pop. Anyway, Oracle here coming through, wanting to get a little bit of damage done. Let's see what there is waiting for him. A spine crawler and 3 queens in total. So that Oracle is already in a lot of trouble. Oh my dear lord. Oh, that is so close. Just barely escaping with his life there. Second Oracle coming in as well. I'm not sure if that is a good sign for him. Honestly, that's not a good start. I mean, I was a little bit worried for Ghosty after going with those links and not being able to do too much with the early pressure, right? But wow, I mean, he's just looking very solid. He killed off the 2 Adepts in the middle of the map for minimum losses there. Didn't lose a single drone to those 2, and then just, you know what? Only losing 2 works to the Oracle. That is quite impressive. Now he's just in a pretty solid position overall, regardless of how he opened up. Like, that's a lot of links on the way, actually. Did he make a baneling nest? He didn't make a baneling nest, but 22 links. Lay attack on the way as well. That's an extreme amount of links, actually. He knows that there's a 3rd base on the way. So I'm not quite sure why he's opting to go for this amount of links right now. Maybe just to stay kind of safe. Gonna have to wait and see. Actually, alright. I mean, almost getting on top of those High Templar as they're warping in, though. Imagine that having been the thing that would happen here. Oh, okay. Fire wants to turn these into Archons. Interesting. Oh, there we go. I guess this is why you make this amount of links right now. You just kill the third base. Alright. Alright. Oh my god, you actually get the kill as well. Not even a cancel. Ghosty is very aggressive, but oh my god, he knows how to do it. That was a really good move. I'm not even sure where. Well, I guess the one Oracle did get picked off as well at one point. Especially after seeing those two Archons not being in position either. Maybe if those two Archons were near that base, or maybe constructed a little bit earlier, maybe he would have been able to save the third base. But yeah, wonderful maneuver there by Ghosty, taking full advantage of the situation that he found himself in. Now remaking quite a lot of links. He really likes his links so far. Only having a single Evo chamber as well. Yeah, it looks like it. Only going for melee upgrades here. And coming in through again, trying to run by. Unfortunately for him though, this time around, Arrow Fire does have some stuff in the wall to protect himself. And yeah, shouldn't take too much damage here. What happened to that War Prison? Where did it go? Where are you? Oh, here it is. Okay. Not managing to do too much just yet. But more links coming in. Those sentries are dangerously out of position right now. Oh my dear lord. That is a... Oof. 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 All the sentries going down here. Ay, 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 ay. I'm not sure why you would move towards that position with your sentries, but... I mean, it was quite amazing that those links were there as well, of course. Quite the opportunist here is Ghosty, and just retreating as soon as those Archons arrive, realizing he doesn't really want to fight against Archons. Ghosty is looking very scary, and not just because his name is Ghosty, but... I mean, that is just terrifying, man. Absolutely terrifying. Once again, going for the run by here. I think more than enough. It also seems to defend against this. His Queen Transfuses definitely could use a little bit of work. Actually, yeah, I'm not sure if he has enough. More Hydras are coming in though. They are in a pretty good position. The Transfuses again, not really taking place. I think that is one of the bigger things that are going bad for Ghosty here, but I mean, again, once more with the Ling run by, just killing off the entire economy here for Arrow Fire. And, you know what, just barely having enough forces here as well to kill off the aggression for Arrow Fire. Look at that, 50 workers. There's 3 workers remaining, guys. How is that? Oh my god. Alright. Yeah, I guess that's another GG. Another game well played by Ghosty here. Jeez Louise. He only needed Zerglings as well. What a guy. "57 workers. How often do you see 57 workers killed off? This is a crazy amount. Anyway, this is the final hurrah for Arrow Fire, trying to get some damage dealt in. Needs to get into that main base. He needs to kill off all the technology, although the Hydralisk Den is on the other side behind him. Would be great for him to take care of that. Oh, the War Prison going down though. I don't think he would have been able to really whop in anything anymore anyway, but... because he doesn't have money, right? He just doesn't have anything. That's gotta be it. GG is gold, yep. Ghosty taking a quick 1-0 lead with amazing aggression. And yeah, just kind of steamrolling the competition here so far. Very, very scary opponents indeed. Second map for these two guys will be World of Sleepers. Or as Arrow Fire calls it, World of Sleepers. Sorry, I joke around. I make typos too sometimes. I mean, if Arrowfire wins this one on World of Sleepers right now, I would be quite amazed. It seems like a really good map for Ghosty, to be fair. Those links running around, being able to take advantage of any situation. Being very quick as well, of course. Definitely seems like something for a map that will benefit him. There's a lot of ways that he can run around. It takes a long time for the enemy army to move across, so if he already has a couple of links running around, it's going to be quite easy for him to use those counter aggressions again. The counter pushes, the run bys, all going to be super effective here, I would imagine, on World of Sleepers. As it's loading up, we're going to be introducing the players another time here, guys, in this best of 3 series. This time around we are on World of Sleepers. We have in the top right the red Protoss player. He is from France, and Alpha X, he is Arrowfire. His opponent from Germany. He is right now teamless. And he's the blue Zerg in the bottom left side. He is Ghosty. Huh. A little bit of a misclick there. Maybe getting a little bit of jitters there. Getting the nerves reaching his fingertips. Reaching his hotkeys there. It could be. It could be. Arrowfire going for the quick scout this time around. It's gonna see that in fact there is no quick hatchery. Once again going for the quicker spawning pool. And Arrowfire, oh, this is a scary, you know what, a scary moment in time for him. He's gonna have to build quite a couple of buildings very quickly here to keep those links out of his base. There is one cybernetic score. He's keeping this probe hidden. Let's take a look. Yeah, the links don't see it. So, you know what? 10 links here. Gonna get constructed. Checking over here for any proxies or anything. It's not happening. Is Arrowfire actually gonna put down a nexus before he's gonna put down another building here? He's not making a zealot either. Those links are getting closer and closer to his base. I'm not sure if this is the right call for Arrowfire. Can he block this with a pylon? How's he gonna do this? Alright, please, enlighten me. Enlighten me, Arrowfire, please. Oh my dear lord. The links are in. The links are in. This is trouble. The pylon's under fire. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if this is salvageable. Needs to pull more probes. 7 already going down. And more are as well. Just sending in links. GG is called. Ghosty taking a very quick victory here on World of Sleepers as well. Yeah. Arrowfire, seeing that there was no expansion there, but still opting to go for the Nexus. A little bit of an unfortunate decision. Didn't go for the Zealot this time around. Didn't plop down another building to block off that wall. Maybe just a little bit of miscalculation. Maybe not really... didn't run into that scenario too often just yet. And not taking the one base here seriously enough. Arrowfire, you want to know the MMR of Arrowfire, Mirtillo? Let me take a look actually for you. He is a 5.557 Protoss player. Let me take a look at Ghosty here for you as well. Ghosty is a 5.6 Grandmaster Zerg player. So we're gonna be trying to set up a interview here as well with Ghosty. And afterwards we will go into the game between Baby Marine and Wannabe Beyond, a TVT series. Rainer's little brother versus the Terran from Belarus. And Yeah, we're going to be seeing who of those will be victorious and going to get their second go against Airrock Fire and potentially still move on into this tournament. There will be another tournament like this one. Yep, most likely there will be. We have a 1 minute delay right now as well. Don't know if you already noticed. Maybe you did, but yeah. We are looking into doing more like these because it does definitely seem to be very, very cool for most people. Alright, anyway, we're hopping into this interview, so I'm gonna stop talking about random stuff. Hello?
Hello, Kazan. Okay, well, everyone is here. So first of all, congrats, Ghosty, for this 4-0, 2-0 against Baby Marine in a really, really close, actually, best of 3, and then 2-0 really fast against against Arak. How do you feel?
I don't know. I think I feel pretty good. I feel very bad because, like, I don't know, because of the last game. Like, yeah.
Guilt from the cheesiness.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fine. You know what? It's a tournament. You should do stuff like that, man. It's all part of the competitiveness.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, you won, and that's the only things that matter, right? Yeah, congrats. Can you speak a bit about you, because our viewers don't know you? So, how old are you? How many time do you, for how many time do you play StarCraft 2, etc.? When did you start?
Yeah, like I'm 13 years old. I'm from Germany. I play like I started actually like at 2011. Like no, actually, yeah, like 7 years ago or 8.
Okay.
Like when I was like really young.
Mm-hmm.
Because my dad was playing StarCraft 2, and I thought it was a really interesting game.
Mm-hmm.
I asked him if I can play it too, and I played like per week, like one game against the AI. Yeah. And then like at Legacy of the Void,
Yeah.
I started playing a little bit 1v1 ranked. And like I got platinum with Terran. I was really happy about it. And then I found a like really nice person in a 2v2, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And he was German too. And he said, yeah, your Zerg is pretty good. You should play Zerg. And I just got Master 3 then and Master 1 like in like I don't know, pretty quick time. And now I'm here.
Yeah, actually, that's what happened to Denver. He was playing Protoss at first and was not really good, and then switched to Zerg, and it master and GM really fast. You're GM at the moment. When did you first hit GM?
I think like last year. I think.
Okay. Kozan, do you want to ask your question, the same one each time?
I was wondering, like, do you have any StarCraft players that you look up to, or any ones that you take real inspiration from?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Cyril.
Cyril, yeah.
Lambo is pretty cool too.
Okay, yeah, the other big German Zerg, of course.
And like the Koreans at all.
Okay. Okay. Those are good answers.
Thanks.
So you don't want Kozan to ask your question about his ambitions? I thought you would like to ask this one.
Yeah, sure. Like, do you have like what would you like to accomplish in StarCraft 2? Like, do you want to continue on in later years, or like, you have any inspirations?
I mean, like, it would be very cool if I would play like GSR. VCS and that stuff. But I think I would. I will concentrate on school for sure. But I will
Smart
play
choice.
and hope that I get better and better. And maybe I'm like in a few many years good at StarCraft.
Okay. Well, you will be playing Exo Striker in semi-finals. So a
Yeah.
Protoss player that is known for his cheeses, like you
Yeah.
are known for your cheese. Especially we saw that against Protoss today, right? So how do you feel for this match? Are you confident?
I'm not very sure. Like I played him sometimes on ladder.
Mhm.
Um, actually, when a time it was like few years, like 2 years ago or so, or one. I played against him and won like 4 matches against him in a row, and he
Mhm.
was like at the third game, so like why I'm losing, and then he played a cannon rush and I defended it with swarm host, and it was pretty funny.
Okay.
But I think I'm pretty like I can win definitely against him, but I'm not sure. Like some changes on him are really I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see that tomorrow, right? So I can't wait to cast this match. Well, I don't know, Kozan, Fireplay, do you have any other questions?
No, I'm good.
Uh,
I'm good.
Okay.
Okay,
Fire
well,
play.
oh, Fireplay maybe.
I've got a question about the second game against Baby Marines.
Yeah.
How do you think you were in the game? Like, he killed many bases. You
Y-
are not ahead. You have not so many echo.
Yeah, I
How do
felt
you think it was in
really
the game
bad
for you?
when I lost like my fifth base or so. Or no, my fourth base with when he had like the marine push, or sixth marine drop or so. I don't know how many marines it was. Uh, and then I lost like other time when I was like on 88 drones, like I got down to 60 or 66. I
Yes.
thought I lost the match. But I I don't know, like he defended pretty good, and he was like better, really better in that game than in the Zen game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But like, yeah,
Makes
Okay.
sense.
I mean, I'm happy that I come back, but I
It
think
was
he would have deserved that win.
it was quite the comeback. Honestly, you played really well that game as well, and yeah,
Thanks.
Yeah,
the run bys really did it, man. Those were
Yeah,
absolutely
yeah,
amazing.
I still don't understand how you won this game because, well, before you were like no army, no economy, solo economy actually, not possible to take a fourth base, and then few run bars on the main, on the third, on the second base, killing all the starport, and that was just insane. So yeah, congrats, that was amazing. Okay, well, thanks a lot for the interview, Ghosty. It was
no problem.
really nice games. Can't wait to see you tomorrow playing
Thank you.
against Protoss again. Huge congrats, thanks a lot, and
Thank you.
see you there.
See you.
Yep.
Good luck,
Ciao.
dude.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. All right. So just some words for Rum Ghosty himself. As we can hear as well, Fireplay was there. We saw him play yesterday. Yeah, nice to hear from the younger generation. So Ghosty does definitely want to focus on school first. A wise choice overall, right? I mean, a little bit reminding me of Stefano perhaps as well, who I believe took off like 1 year trying to play as much StarCraft as possible. Maybe that's something that is on the path for Ghosty as well, and then later on going back to school and maybe trying to do a little bit of a combination of those things. But yeah, very cool to hear from the younger player here. We're gonna get ready for the next game. Wannabe Beyond versus Baby Marine. The winner of that match will, of course, get their second go at, well, maybe trying to move on in this tournament. They will be playing against Arog Fire. Wait, am I saying that correctly now? I'm confused. Yeah, Arog Fire, right? Anyway, yeah. Looking forward to those games right here. We're gonna have to wait for both these players, of course, to accept the invitation and, well, do a little bit of the vetoes, and then we'll get things rolling very quickly. Anyway, some good stuff. So, yeah. Guys, try to already start thinking about questions, maybe. Perhaps you want to have asked. Also, Mirtillo, You're also 15, but you didn't know this tournament was happening. I see. Well, I think it is on an invitation basis, I believe. So a lot of the people that did get to play have been invited. I'm not quite sure about the sign-up process myself. Miguel, our French caster, pretty much organizes most of this stuff. But we're definitely looking into trying to do it more often. I can try to look up, actually. They were talking about it a bit earlier on, so let me see. Because it definitely, like the concept itself, very much intrigues us. Just trying to get more of the really young players involved and get them some experience being casted. And, you know, even though it's online, it's not on a live stage, right? It's not the same thing, but overall, it's still pretty cool. Ghosty, what's up, man? Good luck, have fun. Congratulations, well played, my man. Well played. Anyway, let me see if I can find anything on it. As we are waiting for this game to start, we're looking at Simalukuluku as the next map. Let me see. I don't know. It's hard to say. I believe they do want to have a little bit of a better time schedule, though, that continuously repeats these types of tournaments. Maybe it was once a month, or maybe it was once a certain amount of months. So maybe you're still gonna have your chance here, Matillo. Anyway, in the top left side of the map, we have a red Terran player. He is from the team Makers, and he's the Italian player. The brother of the stallion, he is Baby Marine. In the bottom right, we have the blue Terran. He is from... what was it again? Belarus, that was the one. I believe. From Team Platoon, he is Wannabe Bjorn. So yeah, Wannabe Bjorn versus Baby Marine. Wannabe Baby Marine. That's what I want to be. Or Bjorn. Or Wannabe Bjorn. It's also a good thing. Anyway, let's see which one of these has their TVT skills up in order. Let's take a close look at these gas geysers. So far, 2 gas geysers from Mr. Wannabe Bjorn. In the top left, we have just a single gas geyser from Baby Marine. So that means overall, since Wannabe Bjorn didn't really go for any type of proxy, Baby Marine should have the advantage here. He does have the better build, just because he is a little bit more greedy. And he should still be okay against attacks like these, as long as his micro is on top of things. Should still work out. Now, he did go for the command center without a second barracks. So we're going to have to see a factory, exactly, and then a reactor joining on top of this this barracks as quickly as possible afterwards. So we can get 2 Hellions out at the same time and make use of that higher mineral count that he will have, of course. Alright, in the bottom right we are seeing the reactor making 2 Reapers at the same time. Also a factory on the way here. We're nearly gonna get those Hellions out. Now, TVT, for those guys of you who do not play TVT, the early parts of TVT is incredibly volatile, and it can very quickly go bad for either of these players. Now, Baby Marine actually coming in here, managing to get an SCV kill, and then getting out just before those other 2 Reapers come in. I don't know if that was a little bit of luck or just knowing these timings very, extremely well. Knowing that he just has a short opportunity there to try and take the fight. A little bit of a missed timing there on that Widow, or well, not the Widow mine, but the Reaper mine. Of course, the Hellion coming in as well. Looks like this Reaper is just barely gonna get out of the grasp of the units here. And those Hellions should be in time in case those 2 Reapers of Wannabe did follow into the main base. Should have been able to defend rather nicely. And now with the 2 Hellions here, Suddenly Baby Marine taking the initiative, running across, but 2 Hellions now as well for Bjorn, and another Reaper coming through as well. 3 Reapers versus 2, well, 1 Reaper, and both of them having 2 Hellions. Baby Marine has to run away back to his production facilities. He's making a Liberator here as well. Only gonna lose a single SCV, it's not as crucial, as long as he keeps his main base steady here and in a good healthy condition. Couple more Hellions are being created here and now as well. Also a Liberator. Let's take a look at the base of wannabe Bjorn. Here is making a tech lab here. Most likely will be seeing a Cyclone coming out here, I would imagine, against any sort of... Oh my dear lord, we're seeing a big engagement here actually. Don't want to miss this one. And yeah, nicely dealt with by Baby Marine, killing off those forces. Not allowing his mining to be disturbed for too long. And overall now 2 workers ahead. Doesn't seem like very much, but actually it's now tied up. Ha! Never mind. Actually, wannabe Bjorn might be getting a little bit ahead right now. I'm not completely sure. Anyway. No, okay. It's crazy. Crazy stuff. Anyway. Baby Marine also going for the Cyclone. The Liberator did get in the base actually. 5 workers being killed off immediately. 6 more. 1 more going down. Auto turret though is gonna get rid of that Liberator here. Stays alive just barely. Nicely done by Baby Marine, pulling that out just in the nick of time. And could get a good repair on that one. The siege tank was created by wannabe Bjorn. Luckily, the of course the the Raven. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. The Raven, more than capable of dealing with that situation, being the anti-air that he needs. Third base rather quickly coming out for Baby Marine. I think that's a pretty solid choice. Also, it looks like yeah. Overall, those work kills, of course, with the Liberator, dealing quite a bunch now on the overall income of wannabe Bjorn. Take a look there. Very nicely dealt with by Baby Marine so far. Running into his siege tank a little bit here though, unfortunately. Overall, still should be absolutely a-okay. I would love to see this Liberator go back for repairs though. I would not be opposed to that one. Wannabe Bjorn getting his full stimmed army now. And then rolling, still not going for a third base either, so he's playing it really safe. I wouldn't be too surprised if he does go for some sort of an attack pretty soon, using those siege tanks. Would like to see those siege tanks going into the medevacs as well. Not going for that just yet. So 1 siege tank a little bit behind here, but looks like it's still going to be protected by a couple of Marines. Now, let's take a look at the overall possible defenses for Baby Marine. Oh my dear lord. Lifting up 2 medevacs of his own here, and that could be quite troublesome if he flies over those Marines. This could be bad. Okay, did notice it in time. The stim though coming through, immediately picking off 1 of the medevacs. Luckily for him, it was the one with the Marines, not the siege tanks. It's still really bad, but it's less bad than just having the siege tanks go down. And oh my dear lord, a great disable on those siege tanks, but luckily for Baby Marine, he had more than enough. Look at that split on those Marines, actually. Absolutely astonishing. And now coming through, killing off most of the stuff still. Just 2 medevacs remaining, and even one of those still gonna go down by using that Cyclone to its fullest efficiency. Look at the HP. That's 1 HP on that siege tank. That is not something you see every day. So yeah, Baby Marine barely hanging on there. After even losing that single medevac filled up to the brim with Marines. Now, having the worker advantage, having that third base much quicker than wannabe Bjorn. Wannabe Bjorn only just now getting his in production pretty much, as the orbital command is already pretty much happily mining right now. Alright, Baby Marine looks like he's gonna get himself in a really good position here as well. Wannabe just a little bit out of position, immediately running backwards as soon as he realizes. Actually, it doesn't look like Mr. Baby Marine had enough forces to really hold his ground there. Maybe if the siege tanks were in siege mode, didn't have the time to do so though, unfortunately. Still a pretty reasonable platoon of units. Might be able to get a couple of kills here in the mineral line. And keep the army forces of Wannabe beyond as well in the home base. Oh, he's still going out. He's still going for it. All the SCVs are running in, trying to take care of the army forces here of Baby Marine. It might be a little bit of an indicator for him as well. That must mean that the army units are marching out across the map, trying to get something done. There's 2 missile turrets. There's still a little bit of dead space here. Of course, that can be abused by Wannabe. So let's see if he does. I think he will. He's coming through. This 1 missile turret isn't going to be enough against 5 medevacs flying in. 4 of them completely filled up as well. The siege tank's getting a really good position. This doom drop, absolutely the worst case scenario right now for Baby Marine. All the missile turrets getting picked off as well. And now right on top of the production, it's going to be very difficult for Baby Marine to really deal with this. Lifting up his barracks, trying to make room for his infantry to get back into this situation here. So far losing 7 workers only. I mean, that's alright. Actually, the Marines of Wannabe not in a good position here. And that means the siege tanks were absolutely exposed. And getting picked off rather quickly there. So overall, good reaction from Baby Marine. Let's take a look at the overall lost count. It's in favor of Wannabe, but of course we have to remember that for quite a while Baby Marine had a economic advantage here. Well, with the 3rd base mining quite efficiently there, 25 for 16, but it is absolutely fine. Just losing the gas there. The gas not as important, of course, in a Terran versus Terran where you mostly want to be making the Marines anyway. Oh, this is a good position though for, I don't know actually, the siege tanks. Are they going to be enough? Are they going to be enough? Oh, good splitting so far from Wannabe. Yeah, it takes down all the siege tanks from Baby Marine. And just trading out his own Marines for that one. So, yeah, definitely a very good move there from Mr. Wannabe. And, yeah, who's going to be looking at taking his own false base, I imagine. This is the one salvation for Baby Marine again, though. That his bases have been a lot earlier, so taking the worst trades, of course, not gonna be as substantial. I'm surprised with how few Vikings we've been seeing from these 2 players so far, though. Definitely seems like they're just opting to go for a heavier siege tank and marine count so far. And you know what? Another doom drop coming in. Another getting ready for a very big assault here. Look at that. 5 medevacs filled up this time. Actually, only 2 marines in this one, so still. And only 1 in here. So, yeah, I guess 1, 2, 3, 4. No, actually, it is 5. 5 medevacs filled up completely. But this time around, there's 3 missile turrets on the edge here. 1 a little bit lower as well. Let's see how Wannabe reacts to this one. Is he gonna fly in? Yes, he is. Alright, the missile turret's doing quite a bit of damage. Killing off one of the empty medevacs, though. Yeah, it just wasn't enough. Again, once more, a big ball of infantry and siege tanks are on top of the production facilities for Baby Marine here, who's trying to deal with it as efficiently as possible, but a lot of his marines stuck in a clump there, trying to funnel their way through. Maybe not trading as efficiently as he wanted to once again. And as we can see, yeah, this gap is getting a lot bigger now in the overall mineral lost. And you know what? The overall income advantage for Baby Marine not that big anymore either. As Wannabe is catching up on the base count here. The upgrades, though, very big lead. Going +2/+2 was available already there for Baby Marine. +3/+3 on the way too. Gonna be quite big this time around once more. Alright, now it's a 2-2 versus 2-2 fight, but Still quite dangerous. Wants to know what's happening. And luckily for him, he does, of course, see with the radar tower that there's quite a force moving now towards the top. Gonna be able to reposition himself here. Scanning for those siege tanks. This is a really good position for the Liberators, actually. We did just hear that Baby Marine did get a couple of Liberators. There they are. So might be able to get something done here. I want to be beyond. He's not going to be able to really go for another big drop in the main base, but so far, I mean, a good stim right on top of those siege tanks. Earliest siege up, I believe, from Wannabe. But overall, this Marines for Baby taking a little bit more of the brunt there for a while. Oh, no more Marines remaining. A very quick call from Baby Marine, jumping right on top of all of those siege tanks. And yeah, still cleaning up another one there. Almost getting this one too. 3 HP only remaining, but want to be having those Marines back in there in time. This is going to be a crazy trade here. Actually, quite a lot of those Marines now being loaded up as well. Jeez Louise, these guys are relentless against one another. Just continuously trading out. As the upgrade advantage was for Baby Marine. You know what, that's gonna make me a little bit scared for the future, because Wannabe definitely still trading out pretty nicely every time, even though he has the upgrade disadvantage right now. He's doing alright. So as soon as that one does get diminished here, I don't know, we might have to see Baby Marine taking a little bit more careful engagements here and there. Okay, so again, seeing both of these players going for another base. This time around, actually, Wannabe taking it a little bit earlier. And this is what we're seeing happening a lot here for Baby Marine. He's sieging up his siege tanks in front of his Marines. The Marines on that buffer for him all shoot as the Marines from Wannabe are actually engaging at that same time. So yeah, every single time we're just seeing a lot of the siege tanks actually completely getting negated for Baby Marine before they get to do pretty much anything by the quick reaction time from Wannabe. And now both these players seeing, you know what, this base already flying over. Baby Marine already having it in place though, of course. +3/+3, about to finish up finally here for Wannabe. Once again, we're seeing... Oh, no, this time around, not going for the engagement. That's so many Liberators, actually. Normally, you just see, like, 1 or 2, and then just the rest of them being Vikings to protect them against the enemy Vikings. But neither of these players made any Vikings so far. Okay, I mean, he's doing an alright job so far. Needs to siege up again. A great jump on top of those siege tanks, though, from Wannabe. Liberator still a little bit too far away. Does have that liberated range as well. In come the Marines stimming, but you know what? A lot of them trading out, of course, against those siege tanks. Not getting too much done. And now not that much remaining anymore for Wannabe, as a single liberator still managing to do quite a bit against these siege tanks, forcing them further and further backwards, and soon they will have their back against the wall here with not much way to go anymore. Another stim forward as these siege tanks were in siege, but quick re-siege from Baby Marine. Holy moly, how are these guys being able to do anything else other than just controlling these units continuously? Look at this. Absolutely bonkers. Anyway, alright, in comes another stim, this time around once more. Baby Marines a little bit out of position. As we can see, all those siege tanks going down before his Marines really got into a place where they were able to help out. Having the single Liberator though helping quite nicely. 3 more siege tanks showing up as well. Nice job there, picking up the low HP siege tank. Just barely saving that one. Now Baby Marine is aware of that 5th base. And Wannabe isn't aware of Baby, his 5th base. So maybe we will be able to see like one lonely medevac going towards this location. Dropping behind the mineral line and maybe get some work done there. But so far they've just been busy with this one big siege line, trying to trade out continuously against one another. And sometimes it goes in favor for the one for blue, and sometimes it goes into favor for Mr. Red. And needs to target down the siege tanks here, and once more, but okay, a little bit slow with the Marines jumping in front of the siege tanks, but you know what? Did move quite far forward this time around. There we go. That was a pretty good trade. Let's take a look. Yeah, actually, things are getting closer and closer. Big difference though, the tank count that was lost here by Baby Marine. Definitely not too shabby for wannabe Bjorn. Holy moly, jeez Louise. How long are they going to keep this up in this location as well? We've just been looking at this. This feels like just watching, I don't know, some sort of MOBA where we're just watching the mobs trying to engage one another. But then the mobs are actually controlled properly instead of just A-moving. Reinforcing these situations, and they've just been keeping each other so incredibly busy on this one location that neither of them ever really got the opportunity either to open up different flanks of attacks, different routes. And in here comes more stimming coming through. The Marines this time for Baby Marine being in time. And that was a really solid trade once again for Baby Marine, who keeps forcing wannabe further and further backwards. And finally, some Vikings are in production here, guys. They are gonna make their appearance in this TVT. The one of the strongest units here, of course, in the TVT matchup. Ooh, a little bit of an overextension with those Marines there. Just controlling, and there they are. Finally, wannabe just in the nick of time as well, as he is basically on top of his own base right now, being pushed back up until the edge. And Baby Marine realizing that's going to be more difficult now to open up the area there. Oh my dear lord. That's so many Marines right on top of all those Liberators. There's Vikings as well. All of them going down. Let's take a look again once more. 6,000, almost 7,000 versus 4,000 gas lost here. Yeah, 19 Liberators. Jeez Louise. We're still going as well, very strongly. There's a second group of units being created right now on the bottom here, though. Might be able to get into this base. It's just an orbital, so definitely would be worthwhile getting that one destroyed here. Liberators again moving backwards. It's a second orbital as well. This is one from the main base that was flown over. Wannabe definitely getting a little bit of an advantage here, I would imagine. Yeah, he's been getting an advantage here for a while now, economically speaking. Might be able to turn this into his favor as he will get a bigger bank. Maybe get a nice transition into some other sort of Sky Terran army. We will be seeing that. I mean, he is getting the weapon upgrade after all. Okay, Baby Marine getting himself closer and closer in between these bases. Both of them sieging up as much as they can. Every time re-sieging. Moving a little, re-sieging. Moving a little, re-sieging. She's Louise. But neither of them giving an inch to their opponent. And now just on the same amount of bases. This base has been mining for a while now. Definitely, you know what, this is feeling like one of those things, again, where it kind of comes down to these players not having too much of experience in these types of scenarios, right? Just a small group of units going to one of these bases that aren't as well protected could absolutely demolish the economy here and take a nice advantage for your army. But so far, we're not really seeing anything like that happening. Like, look over here, there's an orbital. There's an orbital over here as well. Crazy. This is a planetary at least, so it's a little bit safer against, like, run-bys from small groups of Marines. But, yeah, definitely both of these players not wanting to spare anything so far from the main engagement. Alright, those siege tanks all sieged up now. The Marines trying to get close, trying to close out the gap, but just not having enough here to really make it work. Too many siege tanks available for Mr. Baby Marine. Okay, it's getting crazy, guys. I'm losing my mind. this might turn out to be one of those, you know what, fully mined out map scenarios. Oh, oh. Things blowing up again. Rotating again once more. Here he goes. Now, this could be a very big deal, actually. Taking this base is going to be very, very large if he manages to secure it right. Or even start mining here for a little bit. Baby Marine should see the mining going on, though, on these three mineral patches, actually. So maybe it will be worth just mining from these ones over here, these 5. If he can actually stop his SCVs from mining there. Oh, needs to get the vision on top of that tank. Actually, they can't shoot each other, really? Oh, just barely, I guess. Crazy. Now both of these players finally adding in Vikings into the mix. So we are seeing Baby Marine. He should see this, right? He should see that there's mining going on in this location. It could be a very good job. Oh, finally we're seeing a split off of the forces. There it is, a beautiful pick off by Wannabe Beyond. Moving forces into one of these bases and immediately picking it off. That means, though, that the middle, of course, is a little bit weaker perhaps right now for him. And he's not paying attention as much as he maybe should have. Using quite a couple of tanks here. Another one going down quite quickly. Talking about tank count, and now 13 tanks versus 6. Could very quickly turn out quite nicely here for Baby Marine. I mean, killing off bases is good, right? It's a good start for sure. And more Marines, like, this is a really good hit squad coming in through here. Look at that. That's going to do so much damage. It's going to put Baby Marine basically on one base economy. Basically a half base economy. There's nothing left here to really keep mining. And, yeah, this base going down here. Wannabe Beyond putting himself in a dominating position right now. Just needs to keep these bases up and rolling, keep them mining, as Baby Marine has been trying to make something happen in the middle of the map here for such a long time now. His army count, though, is still extremely scary, but is it gonna be enough, though? He needs to make something happen as quickly as possible. The time is ticking now. Can he do it in time before everything backfires? I think he is finally aware of this base here. It looks like he is. Yeah, there he goes. Alright, jumping down. I'm not even sure if he's going for this base or if he's going for this base. Or maybe both of them. Alright, stimming up. Okay, yeah, Wannabe Beyond feels like he's being forced to really engage on this location. Not necessarily sure if he has to. I think he can try to just maintain over here as well instead of trying to push in the backside. Jeez Louise. Okay, Baby Marine, can he push through now? Again, once more, he's going for this engagement with the army instead of going for the engagement with where the economy is for Wannabe Beyond. I mean, it's a good opportunity, I suppose. The army supply, if he keeps it the distance here, if he keeps the tank count low, he's going to have a great advantage here. And as long as he kills off the army, I mean, I suppose you will be able to kill off the entirety of the economy. Wow, look at those tank volleys, killing all of the infantry. In comes Baby Marine, jumping forwards. And that might be a killer move, actually. 47 army supply only remaining here. Siege tank in the main base of Wannabe Beyond. Just didn't have the AoE damage anymore against the massive onslaught of Marines here. As Baby Marine can now rotate along this side around and kill off all these other bases as well. And get himself back in this, well, in this game, I'd say. Look at that, income advantage. Almost at 3k here for Wannabe Beyond there for a little while. But, yeah, Baby Marine being able to just barely eke out the, well, I say barely, but you know what? Being able to eke out the victory over in the army overall fight, the army fight. And yeah, keeping that difference as big as possible. And now killing off the economy afterwards. Very well done there by Baby Marine indeed. continuously beating back the tank count of his opponent. Killing off 45 workers right now. I do want to take a look. There is an orbital command here as well, so just a few marines going that way could be very dangerous too. Let's see if he rotates through here. A drop coming in on the bottom left side. There is a planetary fortress on the way. It's not there yet though. As these marines are coming in again once more, trying to take out that base. There's a big fight in the middle. Baby marine coming in forward. All his marines are in the front line. There's still quite a couple of tanks. Can't really push forwards here. But okay, he's going for it. This could be a great... Actually, those bases aren't doing anything anymore. There's, I suppose, a bit of gas remaining here, but... GG, well played is called. Alright, the first game going to Baby Marine here after a long, intense struggle. In the middle of the map. Alright. Game number 2 will be will be played here. Jeez Louise, that was intense. Oh my god. That was 30 minutes. That was 30 minutes of TVT intenseness. Jeez Louise. Just continuously trading as well. There was not really a moment where they weren't fighting in the middle of the map there. Alright, there we go. There we go. Next map will be Triton. Let's see what happens. This time around. Are we going to see another one of those weird stalemates in the middle of the map? Wannabe Beyond definitely felt like he had the advantage there for a long period of time. He was trading out more favorably as well, even though Baby Marine took the initial economic lead. Afterwards, it definitely went into the favor for Wannabe Beyond, and then, you know what, even the trading of army went into favor for him as well. Ultimately, though, Baby Marine managing to take the victory. Eke out the W. Being able to trade against the army there. Oh, there's a police pass going on. Let me see this one. Is it? I don't know. I'm okay with it. Oh well. Miguel is the boss here, of course. Not allowed to go purple. Alright, alright. What a party pooper. Purple is the best color, to be fair, though, in the overall game. Anyway, here we go. Wannabe Beyond vs Baby Marine. Game number 2. Match points going to Baby Marine. It's gonna be Triton. Okay, yellow versus purple is okay. Okay. You say so. Suppose there is the way, right? I don't know what the hotkey is, but to change the colors to red versus blue anyway. Or change them to your colorblind mode thingamajig. It's possible. The option is there. Oh, guys, by the way, do remember we have the Maturino as well. The Nightbot has been talking about it here and there a couple of times. I have kind of been slacking about it. But yeah, there is a code you can fill in. It's going to give these the prize pool for these guys a little bit of extra money, a little bit of extra oomph. So yeah, go check it out. Help us out. Get these guys a little bit of extra. Thank you for their time and thank you for these performances. Anyway, it's not going to cost you anything, right? Okay, let's take a look at this game. In the bottom right side of the map, we have the Italian Terran from Team Makers. He is, well, Baby Marine. In the top left, we have the purple Terran. He is, well, from Belarus. Sorry. Alright, I'll do that again, alright, to make it fair for him. He needs to have a good, proper introduction too. In the top left side of the map, we have a purple Terran player from Belarus. Team Platoon is his place where he is on right now, and he is Wannabe Bjorn. I think that he's on right now. Yeah, that's right. He's on the team Platoon. That's what I wanted to say, but alright. Anyway, let's take a look. Both these players this time around going for the double gas. Not messing around. Wanting to play it safe. Neither of them going for the proxy though. Wannabe Bjorn maybe making it look a little bit here like he is going to go for the proxy. But he's just going for the reactor at home. Baby Marine adding on the reactor here rather quickly, and then the factory as well, right? So you know what, he does see the barracks there and the factory, so nothing goes hidden here so far. Probably would have been a little bit easier for him to put that over here, or make it a little bit harder for Baby Marine if he really wanted to, right? But then again, if you put your buildings here, it's a little bit easier for siege tanks to come over and just siege up this place. Makes it a little bit harder for you to defend those areas. And provide your opponents opportunities for later in the game, of course, which is something you always have to think about when you're playing against something like Terran. We love to siege up on certain locations and try to take advantage of the terrain. Alright, so both these players going for the exact same build so far. Double Reaper Hellion production. And a quicker command center actually for Wannabe Bjorn instead of the starport, as we are seeing out for Baby Marine here. Yeah, let's see if Baby Marine still manages to get some sort of damage dealt with that starport earlier on, or if he's just gonna, you know what, fall behind economically speaking. Alright, 2 Reapers and a Hellion here as well. Are they gonna be brazened and brave enough to try and get up on top of that ramp? Could be quite dangerous here, and yeah, so the initial volley does go to Baby Marine. Wants to try and take out that Hellion or the Reaper here, of course. Alright, good targeting. Good targeting. Also, that other Hellion getting rather low. Needs to be careful, though. Wants to not really engage. Give a free volley through the grass there for Wannabe. And wisely retreats from that scenario. Doesn't want to get to burn himself. They actually rotated around one another. And in comes the hit squad from Wannabe here. Right on top of the expansion. A quick pull back from Baby Marine. Gonna put himself safely in his own base now. And moving backwards. I was thinking he was gonna move into the main base here actually for a moment there. May have been able to do something himself as well. Unfortunately not being able to do so though, of course. Right. But he is cleaning up the entirety of the army for Wannabe Bjorn right now. So Wannabe Bjorn behind this is making a Cyclone and a Raven. I don't know how much else he has. He has 4 Marines, and you know what? Some of them are actually still across the map here. It might be an F2 movement mistake that did occur in this situation here for Wannabe. And you know what? These Reapers definitely have a opportunity now to make something happen, perhaps. On the other side of the map, as there is not that much remaining. The Cyclone, though, of course, the biggest tool in the arsenal for Wannabe right now. Wants to keep that one alive. As soon as it gets targeted, he wants to start repairing it. But in he comes. There is Baby Marine jumping on top of the Cyclone. Immediately getting targeted down. Actually, I think the Marines there helped out for a moment. Auto turret being plopped onto the ground too. But quick runaway there for him. Baby Marine second. Cyclone does join the fray. Auto turret gone now. So might give an opportunity to try and rotate around this area. But so far, just playing it safe, going for the damage on the command center, starting to force the army units of Wannabe out of his comfort zone, up on top of that ramp here. Nice pickup on the units as well by Baby Marine, cancelling out the Cyclone lock-on, of course, there. Siege tank is about to be constructed. Let's see what else is coming out on the map here for Baby Marine. He's sending out Marines, and he's sending out a Cyclone himself as well. It's still going to be dangerous though, of course, against that siege tank. The siege tank 2 shots a Cyclone. A big, quick pickup. Not losing anything but HP. That will regenerate for those Reapers, of course. Oh my god, beautiful disable on top of that. Siege tank now coming forward, needs to get on top of it. Wants to target that one down. If the siege tank falls, this could very well be GG. And you know what, there it is, GG. Being called wannabe Bjorn, being knocked out in the earlier parts of the game. Overextending with his early forces, those Reapers, the Hellions as well, they jumped on the opportunity to try and deal damage in the base of Baby Marine, but in the end it backfired. Baby Marine turning around, killing off the entirety of those forces, and a strong counterattack immediately, destroying everything that wannabe held dear to his heart in his main base. Very unfortunate for him, but well played there by Baby Marine indeed. Okay. Next game will be Arog Fire versus Baby Marine. It will be our final match, the deciding match to see who kicks out still of the tournament and who will be moving on towards those winner matches. The finals, of course, for this tournament. It's a 3-day tournament, so it's not the greatest of tournaments or the biggest of tournaments, but still, we're gonna have to wait and see. And man, guys, I've been quite impressed by these young ones, guys. They might be young, but they definitely still pack a punch, and they do it with quite a ferocity as well. Very well played by those guys, and yeah, let's see what will happen in the final best of 3 series for tonight. It will be a TVP series, and that's always nice to see. Of course, a little bit of extra time for them. Anyway. Hope we're all having a good time so far. As the videos are going on, guys, let me tell you about a little tournament that is coming up as well. It's the biggest tournament that we ever are hosting, actually, on Alpha X, or as Alpha X. It won't be on the Twitch channel, but it will be on the Afrika TV. You can go check it out if you want to. Try to mark it. It's around Christmas time. That is why it's called the Alpha Pro Series Christmas Showdown. The Showdown. Show matches. But instead of a show match, it's a showdown, because there's multiple people involved. Anyway, go check it out, guys. Here it is, a little bit of a nice video introducing those players and giving all the information, because it's too much for me to remember after all. Alright, see you soon. Whoops, my bad. Wrong buttons have been pressed. Anyway, you guys got to see the lovely face of Mr. Mensk there for a little bit. It's all good, it's all good. Anyway, yeah, we're still waiting a little bit here for the vetoes to come through. I believe we are right now done with the vetoing, so now they're picking maps, it looks like. Eric Fire left the party, though. That's interesting. Right, he's back. He's back. We're all good. Continuing onwards. I think he just wanted to check the maps, honestly. I think that's what happens. Alright, so he has chosen World of Sleepers as our first map. Map number 2 will be Baby Marine, his choice. And Baby Marine leaves the party too. He wants to see what maps are available. Let me think actually if I can remember. I think Ephemeron is available still. Oh no, wait, actually World of Sleepers got vetoed as well. My bad guys. I miscounted that one. So Nightshade, Simio Lukuron has been vetoed. Also, World of Sleepers has been vetoed. Zen has been vetoed. So the first map will be Triton. That's funny. Both Fire and Baby Marine picking Triton to be the first map here. Fire being the one who got to pick it, but then also he said it as Baby Marine was checking the map pool, and then he realized, oh wait, I don't have the choice. Anyway, Baby Marine does have a second choice here, which is going to be between, I believe, Ephemeron and which other one is still available. Let me see. I'm forgetting one map here. Eternal Empire. It's Eternal Empire again, guys. Crazy. So, alright. Ephemeron will be the second map. So we're starting off on Triton. Afterwards we will be going to Ephemeron, and if we need to, we will be heading into Eternal as well. Very good, very good. Now, before we get this started... Alright, I'm gonna hop to the toilet real quick, guys. I'll be right back. I'll play the Christmas tournament thing for one more time, and I'll be back for the start. Alrighty. Did it actually play twice, or did it play one time? I don't know. Anyway, that was a good ending. Alright. Here we go. The final best of 3, guys. What a relief for me. Been holding it up a little bit there. Anyway. What's up, Baxter? How you doing, buddy? There's a 1 minute delay, so I can't really talk to you instantly, unfortunately, but I hope you're still having a good time. I hope that's alright with you. Anyway, good luck, have fun, it has been cold. Looks like we are gonna head right into the first game here on Triton. I believe there's a couple of Terran players that don't really appreciate Triton against I believe, Zerg mostly. But against Protoss also, they kind of feel like they struggle, some of them at least. But Baby Marine seems to be okay in this setting. So you know what? I'm okay with it too. Alright. Starting fresh right here is the Italian Terran. He's in the red colors. He's on Team Makers already. I believe he is only 14 years old, guys. He is still crazy young, and who knows where he will be in, well, who knows, 3 or 2 more years. His name is Baby Marine. His opponent in the top left here is the blue Protoss. He is from France, and on Team Alpha X right now, he is Fire. GOG Kozan. Man, I wish I was a GOG Kozan. Being sponsored by GOG, that would be pretty cool. To have the same sponsor as Axiom used to have. On guard. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, okay, so let's take a look. Let's take a look. A regular old, good old, very quick Nexus here before any sort of cybernetic score. Even actually before this this gateway is done. There comes the cybernetic score. Afterwards, Baby Marine does have, of course, that Reaper already on the way here. And a command center also following up with that one. So regular stuff so far from both these players. A cheeky probe, right? This looks like it's gonna be a proxy. And judging by its positioning, most likely will be a Stargate proxy. The Reaper might be able to pick up on that there is a pylon missing, of course, in the main base of the Protoss player here. Now running across. Let's take a look if maybe Marine puts everything together. It looks like the adept might be a little bit late. Not gonna be able to meet the Reaper here straight on. This was a proxy barracks. Oh my dear lord. Oh my. Okay. Okay, Arrow Fire. I mean. Alright. Alright, you can do this. Double Robo. Being right here on the right side of the map. I remember Ghosty feeling bad about cheesing Arrowfire, and then Arrowfire just does something like this, right, against his next opponent. He's like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna do something cheeky too. We've already seen him do the double proxy robo, actually, one time beforehand. That was against, I believe, was it against Ghosty, or was it against... I think it was against Wannabe Beyond, actually, wasn't it? Pretty sure it was. Anyway, yeah, he went for the Immortal War Prism as well. Trying to do the double Immortal dropping. It is quite deadly, actually. It can do quite a bit of damage. One-shotting, well, SCVs with the two Immortals there. Doing a lot of damage to buildings too, so you can snipe add-ons and stuff like that pretty quickly as well. Let's take a look if he actually is going to go for that one, though. On the other side, we have the armory going down quite quickly too. And might be something for the Widowmine, the quick drilling claws here, actually. Sometimes you see the drilling claws, well, the armory being proxied then as well. This time around, not really gonna happen though. Ooh, that's unfortunate. A nice wall being made there by Arrowfire, and the Reaper falling for it. Walking face first into that one, and not going to be able to see really what type of technology is coming his way. What does he have to defend with? He has 7 Marines. 7 Marines going to have to fight off against the Warp Prism and 2 Immortals here. And they are gunning down that tech lab rather quickly. That's going to immediately be picked off. Very good start there from the Protoss player here. Nice pickup Micro 2 against the Widowmine. Look at him go. That is quite a deadly combination of units here. 2 Immortals doing absolutely everything they can. Oh, getting the Widowmine connection though on the Observer there. Not too shabby. Of course, this is quite a big commitment overall, but he's killing off so much here. Ooh, needs to save the oh, didn't get the this Immortal here. It's gonna go for the Warpin as well. What a man. Absolutely fearless, devoid of fear, as they should say. A lot of SCVs being pulled in this situation. They really have to, because there's not enough Marines just yet to really fight back against this type of army composition. 2 more Immortals as well being created here. Arrowfire, he's setting fire to the Terran base here and the Terran hearts and hopes and dreams. The bunker getting destroyed. The Widowmine, luckily though, being remade as well, or repaired. Drilling claws actually still on the way as well. Baby Marine hellbent on trying to get this one. Good connections he is getting though with them, so you know, still doing alright. Say still an okay position. Doesn't want to lose this command center though. That would be absolutely detrimental that he doesn't lose it. Wants to get the repair. Oh my god, it's going down. Kaplomi goes that one. And that could be a lot of trouble now for Baby Marine. He pulled all his SCVs, but doesn't really have to commit anymore to this location. So maybe not the wisest of fights there anymore. Widowmine didn't want to make the connection at that time. Almost has Drilling Claws. Drilling Claws would help out quite a bit, of course. There we go. Okay, so the Widowmine's no longer gonna get themselves revealed. But yeah, this doesn't look good. This still looks like it's going to be a GG. And there it is. Baby Marine losing the first game against Arrowfire, against quite a disgusting build. Oh, how unfortunate. Anyway, yeah, the 2 proxy robo. I mean, it's quite deadly, honestly. You don't have as much at home, but yeah, 2 Immortals in a War Prism. Whew, that is rough to deal with those early game units for a Terran. If you don't really have a Cyclone, or if you don't have a Raven, that could be quite a problem. So yeah, investing the extra money into the armory right there to try and get the early Drilling Claws, definitely backfiring in those types of situations. Because you just, you know what, you have even less army units, right, to defend against anything early on. Very unfortunate. Anyway, the second map will be Ephemeron. Let's see if Baby Marine can still fight back in this best of 3 series. He needs to win 2 in a row this time around. Luckily for him, the maps have already been laid out, so it's not going to be an influence of that one, but it's going to be rough. A nice start there for Arrowfire. I mean, quite a ballsy play as well, I have to say, right? Going for something like that in the first round as well. It's not like the second one where he already won one, right? It was 0-0. He's like, you know what? Let's just do something crazy. Let's just go for it. And it paid off for him for sure this time around. The Reaper as well, we have to remember, didn't really get much done. Dr. Ryan's asking, how do you join these tournaments? You see X host a lot of them. Well, this one in particular is for 15 years and younger. It's the Younglings tournament, so if you want to find out, you can join the Discord. And perhaps if you are 15 years or younger, you can get in touch with Miguel and get something sorted in that way. Other than that, maybe you want to join a couple of other tournaments. We have other stuff as well, like Most Valuable Diamond Player or stuff like that. I don't know. You can have a look and see what we all do if you join the Discord, of course. Anyway. In the top left side of the map, we have the red Terran player. He is from Team Makers and Italia. Italy. I suppose Italia is isn't the right way to say it. Anyway, luckily he didn't hear me. Hopefully no other Italians are listening. He's the red Terran, Baby Marine. In the bottom right, there is a blue Protoss player. He is fighting from France, and, well, he is from Alpha X, so you know what, I can't complain about him winning at all whatsoever, no matter how much of a fan I am of the Baby Marine here. Anyway, he is a Rogue of Fire. Showing absolutely amazing games so far as well. Some unorthodox strategies, sometimes, you know what, stuff that you do see on the ladder maybe here and there, but you don't see it happening too much in tournaments, right? Double proxy robo, not really something that you see every type of game here, in any type of tournament or any type of scene. So once again, Rockfire going for the Nexus before he goes for the cybernetic score, being the greedy man that he is. The gritty boy. Okay, there's the command center as well. After a little bit of a delay, being plopped down as well by Mr. Baby Marine Rockfire, being on top of things. Now let's see what type of text structure is going to be getting constructed here for Arog. He did put his second pylon at his natural this time around, so no incredible shenanigans happening this time around. A Reaper coming through the main base, looking a little bit empty here. The depth not yet constructed, but doesn't look like any probe will fall. Actually, one probe will fall. He's going to be able to see the Twilight Council here as well. He's trying his best to escape, but unfortunately not going to be able to get the job done there. But you know what the Reaper did? Basically do what he had to, right? He got a kill on the... well, at least he got one kill. It's pretty good. It's alright. And he also saw that there was a Twilight Council, so he knows that there's no proxy double robo this time around. A very big, good thing to know. As we saw, it just blindsided him previously and absolutely demolished him. He himself, though, this time around, gonna go for his own proxy, Starpods. And also the Hallion's gonna be constructed here. Now, the Adept is seeing that there is a reactor, well, reacted factory. You're not really gonna see a reactor factory making Widow Mines pretty much ever in this matchup this early on in the game. So the Hallions probably already knows that it's gonna be Hallions, right? It is a little bit of a tell. The Blink Stalkers should be a good response unit, or kind of a good emergency squadron to set, well, put out the fires being set by these Hallions here. As the Adept is trying his best to kill off the Hallions before they ever get a chance to do anything. Wants to repair this one. Nicely done there by Baby Marine, being as cost efficient as he can, of course. They have to start moving across the map pretty soon too, actually. Alright, there they go. That medevac is about to be ready, and he wants to have those Hellions in the main base as quickly as possible before multiple warping rounds are available here. Looks like already 2 Stalkers being ready for, well, the incoming attack. A pylon being put down as well to scout for the medevac. There is the medevac, 4 Hellions being loaded up, and there we see 4 Stalkers ready to just pounce back on top of the this attack coming in. Not much that Baby Marine can do here, I would imagine. Wants to pull backwards. Okay, nice quick reaction. Staying there for a little bit longer would have been the death of pretty much all those units right here. Alright. Now, what is the follow-up for Baby Marine? He didn't really get too much done there, but I mean, he still is. He's got a siege tank. He's making a second tech lab, so wants to put a barracks, I suppose, on that tech lab there to try and get his stim a little bit quicker. Making engineering bay. Well, 1 engineering bay. Okay, so double forge coming out for Arrow Fire. Arrow Fire probably feels in a really good position there after beating back the Hellion aggression pretty much absolutely without problem, right? I suppose he didn't kill the Hellions, so it's still possible that he's going to take damage later on. But so far, not having taken any damage whatsoever after taking that quick Nexus and getting a quick 3rd Nexus as well. Those 2 forges are a little bit greedy, perhaps, but you know what? After not losing a single probe, he must be doing alright, actually. It's not too much of a problem there for him, I'd say. Alright, round number 2 for these Hellions. The Observer actually a little bit further away from the edge here than you would want him to be. And there they are, the Hellions. The Stalker's pretty far away. It's only a single Stalker here. And 5 probes do fall. Maybe a little bit of a quick pickup there from those Hellions. Maybe you could have gotten a couple more. Right, they were quite stacked up. A second shot from those Hellions would have been absolutely devastating. But not taking the risk, wants to keep them alive here for a little bit longer at least. And you know what, that's maybe a little bit unfortunate, I'd say, personally. Because I definitely thought he would, he could have gotten like 11 probes there. But maybe that's just me being a little bit too optimistic. Anyway, he's getting a 3rd base, more barracks being thrown down as well. He still has a big push coming in. And having those Hellions in that position still is going to be very beneficial, right? You're going to force most of the Starks, most of the gateway units to deal with this type of push, since there's not a single type of AoE damage yet anywhere available for Arrow Fire. So this attack with the big group of, well, Marines, Marauders, a couple of Widow Mines, medevac there, even a siege tank, definitely gonna force these Stalkers into a different position. And then it's gonna be round number 2 for those Hellions, as Arrow Fire might be a little bit distracted here. Alright, look at this. Let's see where this tank sets up shop. Would love for him to be pretty far backwards. Oh my god, those force fields are absolutely disgusting. A big pickup though, rolling back, and the Widow Mine's not getting the damage done. The Stalkers Oh, well, I guess I was wrong. I guess I was wrong. Didn't need anything there anymore. Absolutely demolishing this bush. Not getting the Widowmine connections that he wanted to. The siege tank, I feel like, only shot like one single time there. Being jumped on top of by those zealots very quickly. And that was a very aggressive stim, actually. I'm not sure if that was the right call either. But yeah, those force fields absolutely annihilating pretty much anything Terran there. Needs to target on the zealots before the Widowmine gets set off. Oh, okay, there they go. Does he still have enough now? He doesn't have any medevacts for healing. 2 more coming out very quickly, but... Oh dear, this could snowball very quickly. Does Baby Marine just barely have enough to hold this off? He's pulling the SCVs, but they're a little bit too far in front of the infantry. So, I mean, they're tanking damage, but he's not dealing any damage. 11 workers being killed off here. 1 Widowmine being set off by a lonely zealot as well. Unfortunately, that's a big warp. And Arrow Fire looking very strong now. Coming in with a vengeance. This could very well be it. The final breathing moments for Baby Marine. As 28 workers died. And there it is. GG is called. Arrow Fire, the Alpha X player from France, the Protoss, absolutely demolishing Baby Marine there in the end. Very unfortunate. Baby Marine not really being able to deal the economic damage that he was looking for. And, oh well, he still did a great job, of course. Arrow Fire, though, a little bit more dominant. And that means we are hopefully going to get a interview here with Arrow Fire. We would even have a translator if we need it to be so, of course, with Miguel being here. It's going to be great. Okay. Also Fireplace here as well. There's the call. So stay in touch if you want to hear Arrow Fire give a spiel. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hello. I think we have our fire with us right now.
Yep, exactly.
Amazing. Super nice game. So first of all, congrats, Arrow Fire, for your qualification after a difficult defeat, to be honest, against Ghosty.
Yeah.
You came back and you beat Baby Marines 2-0, and the second game was like not even close. So how do you feel qualifying for the playoff? It was not easy with a lot of strong players on your group. So how do you feel?
I'm really happy, and I'm at the point of to be better happy to win, to be a second of my group than to be in the first of my group, because I don't want to play against the striker.
Yeah.
I really dislike his play style. So.
Okay, well, that's my second question. And did you so like were playing, and especially in PvP against Exo Striker yesterday? He looked really scary, especially with his Blink Stalker. So you feel confident to play against a so good player and a so good specialist of PvP?
I think that's okay, because I know what he's doing actually. I can scout it. I can scout him, and I know a little bit what he's doing, what he's gonna do. So. I think I got my chance.
Okay. For the 150 people on the stream, and guys, thanks a lot for being there on the stream. It's just so amazing, and I'm so happy to see so many people interesting by this tournament. But for those 150 people, can you present yourself, like your age, when did you start playing StarCraft 2, etc., etc.?
I begin really to know the game at a thing like 7 years old, but I was just new the game, so I didn't really play a lot. And
Okay, when did you play competitive? When did you start playing competitive? Like in
I think like 2 years ago, I think, because I got when StarCraft 2 become free to play, and so yeah, that's it.
So for viewers, how old are you?
I got 12 years old. So.
Okay, amazing. I mean, 12 years old and already GM.
Yeah, we can say that.
That's pretty impressive. Kozan, any question?
Yeah, I'm kind of curious. Well, I mean, do you have any place you look up to right now as well, or that you learn from mostly, or?
I like stats, to be honest, and I like petit logo in French
Yeah.
because I'm French.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and I prefer winner to Serral in top of players.
So Drogo is your favorite French player?
Exactly.
Is that not Shadow?
Actually, he's not really a pro. Actually,
Okay, clip that, guys, and send it to Shadow.
no, please.
All right. Also, like, just a different type of question. Do you play any other games, like, and what type of games?
Not really.
Not really? All right. That makes
Yeah.
sense, then, that you're this good at StarCraft 2.
Thanks.
How many times do you play a week at StarCraft 2?
Oh, a lot. More than I go to school, I think.
Nice.
So how many would you say? Quick math.
I think a thing like 40 hours, maybe.
40 hours a week. Okay, impressive.
Yeah. That's a lot, I know.
Good. Well, that's how you improve, man. That's how you get better.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Right. Well played today as well. Yeah, Fireplay, do you have any questions right now?
Well, Okay,
or
wait,
Now,
Miguel
I don't have
probably.
any question. The only thing I have to say is congratulations.
Thanks.
Then I have a question for you that's used to be Kozan's question, but it's a good question. Do you have any plan for the future? What's your ambition with StarCraft 2 at the moment? How do you feel about that?
I think if I could play, I can maybe be a pro, but I'm really not sure. We will see in the future.
Okay. Other question. So you will be confronting Sly Crab in the semifinals.
Yeah.
But I have a question about the finals already. Ghost D beat you 2-0 today, it was hard. Exostriker beat you 6-1 in a show match a few times ago, it was hard too. Which player would you prefer to confront in finals?
That's another question, but I think I will prefer to play Exostriker. Because I am really bad versus cheesy. So I when I a lot of 5k Zeg who just do all in, I dead. So I prefer to play Exostriker, to be honest.
Okay.
Same, even if he's doing.
Okay, do you have maybe a last word for your fans who are a lot in the stream right now, screaming, "Hey, I rock fire, the best of the caribous." Do you have any last word you want to say?
Add.
If not, it's
Yeah.
okay.
Can I say the thing like who got absolutely no sense?
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, you want to make a music
Why not?
why not?
Yeah, exactly. So caribou are the best animals.
Okay. That was the most weird last words I have ever heard in an interview, but okay, why not?
I got no idea.
Okay, thanks a lot, Arrockfire, for the interview. And well, thanks a lot to everyone on the streams. I want to say it again, but a lot of viewers today. That was nice. And see you tomorrow, 7 p.m. Arrockfire. Can't wait to see you.
Yeah,
Bye, Arrock.
exactly. Thanks.
See you
bye.
later, man. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Awesome. What a personality, guys. Come on. I mean... he's just a little bundle of joy, isn't he? Jeez Louise. Alright, anyway. What a great accent as well that French is, isn't it? Anyway. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a good time. I hope you had fun today. I definitely did as well. Personally, you know what? Maybe not my favorite player got through, but oh well. I mean, I can't complain. I can't complain about how, you know, seeing the competition here. It's really tough. And even though they're all young players, they give a hell of a match. They give some great matches, and some of it is just like near on par. It feels like with some of the greater ones overall with some other professionals out there. Anyway, guys, I want to thank the players, of course. Thank you all for watching. Thank you to Alpha X as well for setting up all these tournaments. Miguel, big shout out to him setting up this tournament in specifically. It's a lot of fun. It's a good idea. And remember, guys, there's a Matcherino as well. If you type !Matcherino, it's gonna help you out. Anything else I should say? I've been really Kozan. You can find me over here if you like my casting and stuff that I do. I'm on Twitch and I am on Twitter. So go check me out there if you really want to. I would appreciate it. And yeah, if you don't want to check me out, at least check out the Matcherino, right? Fill in the code and I will give 50 cents extra to the prize pool. If we all do it, it's gonna put quite a bit of extra oomph on that, well, in the money bucket. Anyway, let me figure out who I am going to give these viewers to. And as I'm doing that, guys, have some fun watching well, this little video of an upcoming tournament. It's the biggest one we're doing so far. It's not going to be on Twitch, but on Africa TV, because they're sponsoring it. So, you know what? Makes sense that we're doing it there. Alright, here we go. There's the video. Enjoy this one, guys. Well, I am trying to figure out who to host. Alright, see you soon. Did we do the raid? Did it happen, Sushi? Is it already there? I don't think it worked, did it? I don't think it worked, man. Let me try myself as well, actually. Hold up. One moment, please. Did it work there? I don't know if it did. Awkward. Oh, don't do that, Mr. Twitch. All right, let me try it this way. Hold up. Raid channel, okay. Cheese Delphi. Yeah, there it is. Start raid. There it is. Okay, everybody, let's go watch some Cheese Delphia together. Thank you so much for watching one more time, and see you next time. Bye-bye. I'm still here. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for a minute delay. I think that should be good. All right. Right now.